1, 2, 3.
All right, you guys, we're back. GTM Pod.
Yes, sir.
My
Yes,
co-host,
sir.
Enrique Boucher. And of course, we have a special pod
Okay.
in the building.
That's cool.
Are they number one?
Are we number one? We're definitely one of
They're one of something.
Yeah.
They're one of something.
I don't know what that one is.
Yeah, so for those that actually are into the podcast realm of things, you guys should know these guys were actually on my pod originally.
Oh yeah.
And now they're back now on GTM.
Damn.
So,
Full
Shade
circle.
of Brown.
Shade of Brown. What's up, fellas?
Hey,
What's going on,
it's
guys?
been a minute, guys.
Yeah,
been a
I know.
while, dude.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you guys for coming through.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if you guys noticed that we're missing one.
Did you notice,
I
Irvin?
didn't notice.
Yeah, you
I don't know
guys
what you're talking about.
are
I did
missing
this-
one too.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you guys are missing one.
I like the
Yeah,
two
wait a
is, two's company.
Yeah, I like
His
it.
company.
You know?
Dynamic duo.
A third
Yeah.
one is Third Wheel.
Yeah, I
There,
get that. I
yeah,
get
And
that.
I like
I like the evenness. You
Three's
know?
a crowd.
Yeah.
Three's a crowd. There,
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one. That's nicer, dude.
Yeah. We're toxic, bro.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Hey, we.
Love it.
Yeah.
Man.
So I actually want to give you guys a little piece as far as like want you guys to be introduced as far as like what you guys
Okay.
do, because I know for sure there are people that are on our pod that may not be following you, but we will definitely recommend you guys to go and follow the Shade of Brown.
Appreciate
A good friend of ours down here in the AV.
Yep.
So I'm gonna give Anthony a go, and then I'll give Isaiah.
Since the last time we met, it's been a minute. It's been was it this year when we earlier this year?
It was actually,
it was-
everything happened this year.
Everything happened.
we all met up together.
Everything
Yeah.
happened this year.
No, yeah, it's been going. It's been going. You know, we've
Yeah,
been
it's been going.
like constantly elevating our pod,
Yeah.
growing YouTube. You know, Snapchat. Not Snapchat. What? We don't even got a Snapchat.
Yeah, nobody does.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, and all that good stuff. All like since we've been. Let's see, it's been a couple months now. We really been trying to get more companies, more small business logos
Yeah.
Oh,
going
yeah.
in. That was our main goal, and then our second goal this year is to go viral. We want to try it.
There you go.
We've seen other podcasts like
Yeah.
like the ones I don't know, Vio con Huevos. We've seen
Hey, they're doing really good.
Bruh.
Yeah.
They're consistent.
recently.
yeah,
what's
really
that other one?
They started actually doing video now.
Right.
Okay.
So they're progressing too.
Upgrading.
Right, we just want to. We have to right. Isn't that like you see all these other small podcasters
And
like
have you noticed a trend how it's going viral?
yeah.
And could you give me an example? As
Like
far?
the one I saw was like it's so quick. It's like what 10 seconds or like 15 seconds. It could be like something snappy. What was that one that said? If you were offered $500 million and then
yeah.
straight up the guy's like I'm gonna suck it.
I'm gonna suck it.
Oh, okay,
He
gotcha.
was like,
He was like,
"Damn,
hey,
man,
gotcha.
let me get to the point."
yeah. It's so snappy
Okay.
because we concentrate on like what we say on the pod, right?
Yeah.
And we don't want to force like any type of comedy. You know,
Okay.
we just want to be ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And eventually, maybe one clip will make it, but yeah, definitely. We're trying to get viral, get some numbers up. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our main goal. We've been chilling. You know, we just been doing the same.
And you guys are staying consistent as well. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, we pretty much are. We've all came together, made sure that all of our schedules align.
Yeah.
And then, so that way we
Okay.
can be able to make it work because
True.
I want to say like on the first half of like us, doing this.
Yes.
It was kind of like, here and there,
Yeah.
like we'll juggle it.
Yeah.
It's because like at first like we were just the
We're
start of
forcing
it,
it.
Warming up. You were warming
and
up.
then plus like we're like like whatever, like whenever all of us are lined up, like we'll all get together. And it wasn't like weekly; it was probably like sometimes bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was every 3
When we
weeks.
can,
and
really.
then-
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now it's like
boom, boom, boom.
this is the day, time. We're done.
Let's
We're
get
in.
it.
Let's
All
get
right.
it.
What do you think about that, Irvin?
Yeah.
You support that?
I don't know what happened with ours, bro. All of a sudden, ours started changing suddenly.
Wow.
It was just so random, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay. That's not where I was trying to go.
It's still not our
But
turn.
okay.
It's still not our turn, bro. I feel like I'm on crack, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just scratching myself.
Yeah, when we came back from the new year, we're like, all right, we need to be consistent, like you said.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we all pushed time away. We had different times, but for some reason we couldn't make it in some days. So
Yeah.
we had to be like, all right, let's focus on one day.
Yeah.
Let's try to make it. and
Yeah.
it's we've been consistent on that day. Actually, last time though, we took a time off because
Yeah.
some of us couldn't make it that day.
Okay.
So we
And,
just-
and it was my wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
there you go.
Congratulations.
No, that
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah, do you guys make room for that? Like, if there's something special happening that day, do you guys don't record that day, or do you guys still do something?
As far as our schedule and the way that we've been doing it, it's almost like relies on my schedule because of how busy I am. So that's the one thing that I always kind of like brought into when we first started this is the understanding that I do want to do this, but understand that I do have my work. And that's kind of where I'm glad that Enrique kind of has this mentality of like, okay, let's go for it. And, you know, like I'll send him an update via the middle of the week or if not
Yeah.
middle of the weekend.
Cool.
And I'll give him a calendar. I'm like, hey, I'm available from Monday to Wednesday or
Nice.
something like that.
Dang.
And then that way he could actually pick and choose. And then from
Yeah.
there, I could actually lock it in.
And also on my end, I just
write
figure
out
it
the
out.
schedule.
Kind of.
Well, I follow his schedule because
Yeah.
he's the one. He's the studio guy. So
Yeah.
whenever he
Of
has
course,
free
yeah.
time, but it's great when he sends me the schedule ahead of time. That
Yeah.
gives me ahead of time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's like, hey, do I have
Yeah,
anything
and,
planned?
that's the one thing that I
Scheduling,
always
you know?
like to be is like respectful for his time as well because
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
he is
Oh, yeah.
following my time.
Yeah.
So I at least give him at least at least couple days
Wow.
where he could pick and choose as well because I know he has his own stuff as
Right,
far as like he
right,
has a
right.
family, you know, like
Obviously,
that kind of stuff. So I just want to be respectful when it comes to the co-host as well, and of course vice
yeah.
versa. You know, the idea like he is following my schedule. So
Right.
it's all about respect at the end of the day. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
we
really
haven't
good,
had
actually.
any last minute cancellations yet.
No. As far as like when it comes to us, no. When it comes to a guest,
Yes,
yeah,
we have.
that's happened to us.
That
before.
just
Yeah.
happens.
It's the same day, dude.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
same.
we had.
It's a bummer, dude.
Like within the
Oh, yeah.
couple hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That-
They're-
Yeah, 'cause with us, we've had a time when a guest canceled on us, and we had a whole list of things that we wanted to
same.
talk about.
Same with us.
Yeah,
and
we all
questions,
we
everything.
prepped
And
everything.
it takes
Literally.
more time
Yeah,
to just
yeah,
sit
100.
down and then just like
Wait, you
try
guys?
to decide.
You guys still recorded that?
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did the same, and we're
Yeah.
like, damn, what the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
All the energy's drained
Was that
a
the
little.
day that we did 2 pod?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because we were thrown off by like literally our energy. Our focus was on that person that are like, okay, let's just jump into our pod, but we weren't ready for, you know, like the duo. I would
Yeah.
say
Gotcha.
that when we actually did it, I was like, bro, we can't release that. It wasn't
Oh,
good.
you taped it again.
Yeah, we went out to eat. We went out to eat and
Beautiful.
came back.
That's
I'm
what's
like,
up.
we,
Yeah.
I,
Guys,
yeah.
there's times when we want to do that,
Yeah,
but then
yeah,
like
yeah.
the thing is because like since we're so limited on time,
We are, yeah.
we're just like, you know what? Let's just post it.
limited
Like,
on
with-
time as far as
like
It's like-
schedules,
yeah,
people
like,
not wanting to like do
do
it.
the second one,
Yeah, do,
or
or do
do
another
like that.
take.
So
Okay.
like with me and him, we're always like, yeah, like
Fuck
let's
it,
do
dude,
it.
I
You
got
know,
it.
like whatever it takes to perfect it,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or make it even better.
Yeah.
like we're all for it.
We
like,
learned,
you know?
we learned
Yeah.
it from Isimo when Geraldo came through.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He told us straight up, like, dude, there's one time we took 3 takes.
yeah.
We had to get that shit
Yeah.
down. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, you know.
And that's a good mindset to get into,
yeah.
just because you guys are producing something that is
Yeah.
entertainment, and of course, the more you do it, the more you're going to analyze your old podcast, and you
Exactly.
don't want to stay within that realm of like,
Right.
I'm not growing, the conversation's not growing, the pod is basically the same as it was when it
Right.
first started.
Yep.
So I already understand this because, of course, I have my own pod, and then me and Enrique are technically starting, I would say, a month. So we're not that of a. I would say like you guys are veterans as far as like your pod.
Yeah, yeah.
Our pods are individual pods. Like he has his own pod, I have my own
Right,
pod,
right.
but this pod, I would say it's still new. Like me and him are new.
But I think that's what makes it unique about you guys,
Yeah.
though, because you already have your experience on your own,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you on your own, and then when you guys combine it together,
perfect.
it
Yeah.
comes out really
Hell
good.
yeah.
It's
it's enjoyable.
it's work. It's definitely work. Like
Yeah, definitely.
I analyze everything, and me and him we talk consistently, like
Right,
throughout
right.
the week, or if not via text, or if not he'll come in here when I'm available throughout the day, and we're all like, okay, what could we have done, or what should we be doing to make it better? Because the way that I talk, it's different than the way that he talks. The way that he
course, of course.
communicates is completely different.
Very different.
Right.
So it's more of like I need to understand how you navigate and process things because I already know that I could be a little bit too intellectual. You know, like where it
too
could
smart for me,
You know,
apparently.
like where like I've kind of caught myself. I'm like, okay,
Wait a
I feel
second.
like I'm ranting right now.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
you know.
when you're done talking, you turn around to Enrique. He's sleeping. He's-
Yeah, I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
bro,
there'll be
what's going
times
on?
I'm like, where are we going with this one, guys?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
We're going.
He's also like the more funnier one too. The more
Exactly.
outspoken. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
It kind of
Yeah.
It's a
balance.
It's a balance.
It's a balance
It's a
for sure.
learning experience
It's
for
a
sure.
balance.
It's and his conversation is more my vibes on like energy.
Yeah.
He's more a little bit monotone,
Yeah.
like very.
Yeah.
And I'm like colorful,
yeah,
and I feed off of energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So-
And like I said, we had just started again, and we could get into that after this. But
Yeah.
literally, the dynamic was different, where we already had a system already in place, where
Yeah.
we already understood where we were at.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, this fits. But then again, we restarted the podcast
through it.
and that's where it threw us off like completely.
Hell
It's a
yeah,
car
I
with
can-
3 wheels.
Yeah.
It's just like we had
Yeah.
everything flowing in
know.
perfect motion, but
Yeah.
it really threw us off for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. The
really?
first pod, it was like, or I would say the second pod that we did together.
Yeah.
I felt it. I'm like, oh shit,
This is different.
And then I saw it. I'm like, okay, this is what you need. And I started telling. I'm like, this is how you have a conversation because I have a conversation and I could technically feed off of what you're telling me, but he needs a specific type of conversation where I'm like,
Gotcha.
okay. I need to build characters. I need to build some sort of story
Okay.
so that then
Yeah.
you could build your characters. And-
Engaging, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a different function of conversation that
right,
I need to understand how he functions, how I function in order for it to actually flow better. But that's where like it kind of like, okay, we need to restart this again.
We need to
Gotcha.
work.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where the work,
Yeah.
the drawing
Yeah.
board,
Yeah.
everything, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
That's what's up. That's
yeah.
good.
That's great.
Yeah.
We had well in the beginning it wasn't like that for us. It's because we knew each other for
Yeah,
so
exactly,
long.
exactly.
You guys obviously you guys just met, so
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But us like gluing together and just laughing like how we did when we were in like in my room or his room or some shit.
Yeah, because me and him, we've known each other since we were in 8th grade.
Yeah.
You guys are best friends,
Yeah,
right?
so
Yeah,
like,
you guys
we,
have
we-
stories.
We grew up together, and then
Besties.
so we basically it's more genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and
Inside jokes and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And you understand each other's humor. It just flows
Oh yeah,
differently.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys-
Like how
big
far you
time.
guys could take a joke too.
Yeah,
You know, like I'm still learning with him.
Yeah.
Like I'll joke
Right,
around and I'm
right.
like, oh, I mean, I said it went too far.
I'm
I
still
got a little
learning.
toxic.
I'm trying to find something with this guy.
It's
I'm like,
hard.
cries
'cause
later.
I feel like he's intimidated because I right away I already know what to say
boom.
right away, and I feel like that's kind of it becomes
Yeah,
where like okay,
I'm still weirded out. I
Yeah.
can't figure
What do
out
you mean?
what.
You're kind of weird too, though. Like,
No, I can't figure it out in a weird way. It's like I can't find where can I get him. I
Yeah.
can't find
Okay.
him. Where can I
he
poke up?
can, but he
I'm
like I
just
said,
trying to.
I thought he
he
was.
blocks himself off though. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
like,
what are you
yeah.
trying to do? Because
Yeah.
when you're in our pod, you're natural, brother. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
it's
know,
always
man.
funny too.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I don't know. I feel like I'm with my older brother or something, or my
Literally,
older
literally,
dude.
literally,
Like,
literally.
No, I get that. I get that.
With my pegado, you know.
Maybe as a guest it'd be different, but you're a host here, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get
It's
it.
a little. Yeah, it's the whole thing, man.
Yeah, it's a little different, but we're getting there for sure. Like I'm actually seeing our system now growing, and of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
me and him have an understanding. Like, okay, this is for a reason, and the reason is to at one point make money. You know, it's fun to do it, but we're adults now. We're getting older.
yeah.
You know, like we have
You know,
responsibilities.
you're
You know,
giving time.
time
You know,
is money,
time
bro.
is money.
As you get older, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And I enjoy doing this, and I have my own pod. Like I have 2 other podcasts,
Yeah, yeah.
which they actually produce something. But now doing this was technically more of him and your brother's idea.
Right,
So in the beginning, it was more I'm just gonna follow, and it was like let me see how this goes, and then I'll kind of start building myself into this. But once again, it kind of derailed at some point where I'm like, okay, now I have to take over because now I have to become a business person. And that's where I had to sit with him. I'm like, okay, this is our timeline. This is what we need to do. And literally it became a business for me at that point. I was like, okay, I'm going to take over now because, you know, like at certain things that I do, I have to limit myself on what I can do, even if it is fun,
Yeah,
because I
right,
have
right.
responsibilities.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we said it plenty of times when we go to the pod, we're not messing around. We're not wasting
Yeah.
time. We're away from our families. It's late as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, we want to go home.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
So-
we got to make our time worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So with that, I did my own skills too. Like I learned how to do edits like quick, bro.
Wow,
like
this guy's-
okay, that's another thing
this
that
guy's really
that changed since like the last time we met, bruh. My edits have been like I've been
Elevated?
Yeah,
I've been up
getting
there.
better.
There you go. I've been
Yeah.
noticing, bro.
I've been
He actually got a job.
yeah.
Oh,
What?
shit.
So when I
That's
Nice.
crazy.
yeah,
That's amazing, dude.
working
You
for
got
a
a
fucking
job.
YouTuber. Yeah.
Oh,
No
dang,
way,
a
dude.
YouTuber.
Yeah,
Who is
so-
that?
That's tight.
And it's a big YouTuber.
No
Yeah.
way, Mr.
Who is
Beast.
it?
I don't want to
Who's
say
it?
it. I was
Like a
I want to
Mr.
know
Beast.
now.
yeah,
No
he's
way.
Mr.
Like
Beast
a-
esque.
Come on, dude.
Is it Jake Paul?
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Better.
Oh,
No, I'm just
wow.
But
kidding.
yeah, I
Better.
wanted to like.
Elon
That's
Musk.
incredible, man.
I want to like, damn, I want to do something. Like I said, make money off of
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah. You have
It's
to.
fun.
Yeah, you have to.
So I had the opportunity, and yeah, dude, the way we linked up was pretty sick
That's
too.
awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome.
If you guys want to know about the story,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So this guy had like a listing on Indeed, right?
Okay.
And it was just like it's something that was emailed to me because I had redid my resume and shit, stuff like that. So that got recommended to me, and then on his like how I say description, I guess, like on trying to get the job, he's like, oh yeah, just show me your portfolio, email it to me, let me see what you got. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Let me get his videos. So I would screenshot
Yeah.
them,
Screen record.
stream record, and let me post it myself. Let me do my stuff. Let me edit. And sure enough, bro, the first video got 1.4 million views.
Wait. You
There you
edited it
go.
and you uploaded on your channel?
I did a
On Shades of Brown, or?
no. I did like my own thing. For
His own
him.
version.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
for
him. I still run that account.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and oh, dude, that shit was so cool.
That's
like-
awesome, bro.
And he hit me up personally.
He was
like,
impressed.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I really like your work. How'd you like to work for me? I'm like, bro.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's
Congrats.
Well,
like,
dude,
yeah, man,
that you thought outside the box.
yeah,
And that's what you need to do.
Wow.
Right.
That's what we need to do. And
That's
I'm
incredible.
always, when he's in here, I'm literally telling him, hey, this is what I found.
Bro.
And this is how I'm going to make money off of this.
Right.
It's not what I'm doing currently, but it's something that I found that I'm basically building something so that
yeah.
I could then produce it to someone else.
Right,
Because they're not taking the time to learn this. I have to then give it to them and I'm just a service.
Right.
And there's always something to learn that you could then service. You just have to find the problem to solve for someone else. And of course, his problem was he wanted someone to edit for him, and that was something you solved for him. Like it was his time. He doesn't have time to edit.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just wants to create. And of course, you were there, and he liked
Right.
your work.
But just the fact that you went outside the box and
Yeah,
get
had
his
to.
own
Yeah, I
video
had to.
Yeah.
and then whipped it up in your way
Yep.
and
And-
uploaded it and got those views, dude.
So now
That's
what
incredible.
you gotta do, you gotta
That's
look
incredible.
up Mr. Beast's videos.
Nah, I mean,
Edit his.
I'm doing
Wow.
something else with like other people now. Like I'm
Look
doing
at you.
different other.
Look at you.
I'm always working, man.
That's
Look
awesome.
at
That's
you.
good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Incredible.
I needed this. I needed something out of this,
Congratulations.
space.
Yeah.
If the podcast isn't gonna make it, and I do have high hopes for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, but damn, I'm gonna make my time worth it.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
Yes,
exactly.
sir.
And you're learning too.
Oh, yeah.
Just the
Wow.
process of doing something, which is the pod,
Right.
got you into editing, and then
Exactly.
got you
Well-
into the idea. Hey, I can do this.
Right. I was always like savvy with my editing, but like I never put it into practice, and I never really like tried, actually to like make an entertaining video.
Yeah.
Make it work. Tell a story out of it. So when I was doing the Shade of Brown stuff, I was doing it like every week or something like that. It's just getting better, man. I used to take me like 2 hours to make a clip. Now it's taking me like, bro, 20 minutes.
That's awesome.
So it's just I mean I don't know giving advice. I'm not that type of guy, but like just make your time worth it, bro.
Yeah,
Like, for real.
exactly. No,
Yeah.
we are gonna get older as years go by, and then
Exactly.
we could either say, "Hey, I accomplished something,"
Dude, yeah.
or "I could have accomplished something," and you are technically doing it, which is I'm happy for you.
I'm
man.
impressed,
yeah.
dude. That is
Yeah,
badass.
man.
Yeah.
That is badass.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
Are you gonna jump into your edits?
Hey, look, I'm
Where's the party, bro?
I'm happy for him.
Yeah, as a friend, man.
As soon as he told us, I was
Yeah.
like, I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, what the heck?
When he hit me up, I told you guys.
Yeah,
It was-
and then
Sure, homie.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
that's a win.
I was like, nah, this guy's pulling my leg.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy he was working with?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he showed me, and then he was like, "No, man,
No
like this is
way.
legit." And I was like, "Damn, okay."
got into a call with him, and it was like
Yeah.
6-hour call.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's awesome, bro.
That's what's up,
You're
right?
gonna start your own production company, bro.
Bro, I'm fucking, yeah,
You can
I'm
rent
ready.
the room next door, bro.
Yeah. Next to it.
I already upgraded my equipment, bro. I'm ready.
You
That's
did, huh?
awesome.
Wow.
Congrats.
Yeah, yeah.
That's-
You bought new software and shit?
Yeah, hell yeah.
right.
Upgraded my PC. I got
Wow.
got a little iPad,
All
stuff
right.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Look at you.
For them. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's new with Anthony, bro. What's going on
Yeah.
with Isaiah?
Yeah. You,
With me?
Little old me.
Yeah.
Your anniversary
Me?
went by, right?
Yeah,
my
happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
You know,
Nice.
How many years now?
5 years.
5 years.
Damn.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, have you been going out with her longer than you are married?
Yeah, we've been together for 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's possible, guys.
It's possible.
It's possible. Look at
I mean, I'm telling you, like,
Damn.
there's it's because there's a lot of like people within our age who
Yeah.
are like they're scared of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're scared of it, right?
The commitment?
Like, don't you think?
Well, we could talk about that
Right?
in a little bit, but yeah, I could definitely bring up why that is though. Like as
Okay,
far
okay.
as why
Right.
it's going on. At
You
the
got
way
the
that it's been
answers,
going.
guys.
Yeah.
Right, but then
Sweet.
I mean, I'm here to tell you that it's
Yeah.
possible. You know?
Oh, definitely, it's more than possible
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
possible.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything's been good. I mean, other than that, like everything else that you guys know, I mean, it's same old, same old. I mean, I still have my job, and of course, I'm still building my business as well.
Car
yeah,
detail?
the car detailing.
Okay.
Car
sir.
detail.
And I might have something else coming up pretty soon.
Okay.
Cool. Look at
But
you,
it's-
entrepreneur.
It's up in the air.
Oh, you guys big ideas, bro.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. I mean, like you know, like we said, you know, we got to make our time worth it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what I always tell myself is like, do your future self a favor and work hard now.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
like that's the motto that I live by. And then
And you guys are still fairly young.
yeah,
Compared to me,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say
I mean-
compared to me, you guys are fairly young. How old are you? 27?
Yeah, 28.
I'm about to be 29 in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. And how old are you, Anthony?
28.
Okay, so the one thing that I do tell you, the younger kids that come into the studio is like when you're in your 20s, it's a lot different than when you're in your 30s. When you start hitting 34, 35, that's where you start feeling it. As far as like your fatigue, it's the big difference.
Wow.
When you work out, as far as like the recovery, big difference.
Really?
I may look young, but I feel I feel it, bro.
You
I
look
feel
younger than me,
great, bro.
honestly.
You look
Yeah.
You seem like
Yeah.
you look younger than
I
me.
thought you was there for
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
Benjamin Button Bar. I can't age outside, but
you're aging
inside I'm
backwards.
holding. I'm aging in the inside, bro.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
but yeah, definitely take advantage of the time that you guys are young and that you guys are in your still 20s. Like I said, once you start hitting 30s, that's where like everything biologically starts changing.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
everything starts changing.
Really,
so
bro? My 30s is like right around the corner,
I'm
man.
right there.
keep it
bro.
going, bro. Keep it growing.
Damn.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's good about us, we have our families, we have our homes,
Yeah.
we have our jobs. So, like,
Yeah.
I think we're solid going into
Yeah,
30.
I mean, I'm just happy that I managed to accomplish the goals that
Yeah.
I had in mind
Yeah.
when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like I got married at 23.
Perfect.
There you
Bought
go.
a house around like I think I was like 25.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
And then-
Boom,
and
boom,
And at a perfect time
Yeah.
too. At a perfect time.
Me and both-
before it
yeah,
skyrocketed.
Yep. Before the
Yeah, and
literally.
I'm seeing a lot of videos now of a lot of people. They're complaining about how the market is now.
Dude.
Oh, it's stupid.
Yeah.
The way that it works is 2019, a house, as far as like your house, I would calculate you would probably get it within the mid 200s. I would say 230, 240.
Yep.
Interest rate around 3-4, close to 4%. So your mortgage around that time would be around 15 to 1200, depending on your down payment. Now, currently 2023, that house is probably worth closer to the 4s, 430. Interest rate around 6 to 7. So now your mortgage is going to be around 2.5 to 3,000
It's like-
for that same house.
It's like if it was my real
Yeah,
estate.
did you sell them the house?
Yeah.
You actually got it spot on because
Yeah.
it was worth 250
Yep.
and the interest rate was 2.9.
Wow, even
And
better.
then,
That's
even better.
Now it's worth, I think it's like worth 440
my
Yep.
around there.
Yep.
Yeah, the
About
interest rate is like 7% now. But the thing is, that's not our
No,
interest
no,
rate
no, no,
because-
no.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, but you lucked out for sure.
Yeah,
Like
oh,
any
yeah.
Yeah.
any
Yeah, big
any
time.
person that is around our age that wants to start a life like the way that you started, almost impossible. Now, in order for you to make a decent living here in California, let's say your house, someone
Right.
wants to buy a house, someone wants to start a family, within the wages that you guys have, both incomes, I would say, you guys
Yeah.
would have to make around $8,000 to $10,000 a month, both, because the mortgage is now closer to 3,000, not including insurance, not including taxes,
Damn.
not including Netflix, not including electricity,
Right.
not including food.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
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 So
for real.
it's getting
10K.
it's getting really tough for those kids out there that are really wanting to become something like you're saying. Really focus on what you want to do right now
Right,
when you're
right.
younger and work as hard as you can. If you're planning to start something in California, like
Right.
a lifestyle like you guys have.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about that too because, like, I mean, people our age, like kids our age, like I don't think they know how to like manage their money.
No.
I do.
really well.
I've seen these ridiculous ass cars they buy. I'm like, why the fuck? You
Yeah,
still
I mean,
living
like
with your mom's dog.
buying trucks and
No, that's a good investment.
Yeah, but you're using it for your business.
Yeah, I was using it for my
I dig it.
business.
It's a nice truck.
It's a nice truck.
No, it's because like a lot of people they live out of like a suitcase, you know,
Yeah.
like all they want to do is just have fun. They live by the motto like you're young, go out, have fun, you know, like screw the investments and all that. And I'm like, who told you that?
Yeah.
Like who?
Instagram told them that.
No,
TikTok
I
told
think
them that.
YouTube
YouTube told them that.
told them that.
Drake
YOLO.
did, Drizzy? YOLO swag.
After
Yeah,
that,
for
after the
real.
YOLO thing,
You know.
that's my motto, and then
Yeah,
everybody's like,
that's-
mine too.
That's all that everybody wants to do now.
YOLO,
and
man.
it's crazy to me because like next you know they turn around, they sit down and they're just like, why don't I have this?
Yep.
Why don't I have this?
They start complaining.
And then you know you got to tell yourself like you're not using your money correctly
Or your time.
True.
yeah or your time.
there we
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean,
It's-
whatever.
Good luck, buddy.
But
Yeah.
you learned
Yeah,
it at a
good
young
luck.
age, though. That's pretty crazy, man. You had that already in.
Nah, he was a spender. I remember.
He was a
Yeah,
spender.
So
I kinda still am,
Yeah. So
but-
what I would say when it comes to
He's a big
his
spender.
circumstance, it's circumstantial sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you meet certain people like you met your wife or your girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes guys mature faster when they have responsibilities already ahead.
Yeah.
So you guys were already thinking about marriage. Already your focus was like, I need to make income. I can't be spending, going out with my friends, wasting money because I see a future with this one person. And of course, you're responsible enough to understand this because a lot of guys aren't, unfortunately, even if they do have a girlfriend and, you have a good girl with you to the point where a lot of guys do end up getting, but unfortunately, they
end up
think
losing
that
it.
the grass is greener
Yeah.
on the other side and they
And
mess it up.
always is.
But once again, circumstances happen where you decided, hey, I'm going to do this. You started timelining everything. I am going to stay focused on this one career, which is not the most luxurious thing to do as a lifestyle, but at least it's going to at least provide me this first little home, which is now a profit. At some point,
profit.
that's going to be like you're closer to $500,000. Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
$500,000 on that area, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that is insane.
Yeah,
But once
man, it's
again,
crazy.
circumstances happen where you met someone that made you responsible and focused. And then from there, you kind of just started building. A lot of guys don't, or a lot of guys, I would say, meet that responsibility, like I said. And a lot of guys don't meet that responsibility at a young age because
Yeah.
they don't fall in love or they don't find that good girl that they want to get at the younger age. Or if they do, they get discouraged.
Yeah, oh,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
and that's where they fall into I'm in my late 20s, I'm in my 30s, and now I don't know what to do. Now I want what he has, but I wasn't focused enough because I didn't have the motivation enough, or
Right.
I wasn't motivated myself or disciplined enough for myself to do it myself. And that's where a lot of people are falling, not just guys, I would say guys and women at this
And
point.
girls, yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
because
They're
girls
working
are
too.
working
Yeah.
right now as well.
Yeah. Going to school and shit.
Yeah.
What do you think, Enrique?
This is where I lose them, bro. This is what I mean.
I mean,
I lost them already. I lost them 5 minutes ago.
last
I had to channel it your way. Now.
Yeah, I know.
I feel
Every
like-
now and then, bro.
It's like, no,
I was just like,
gracias.
man, okay, it feels like school right now.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like it just becomes echoes. And you're like, all right, we'll get it.
You know how like whenever they have the person thinking that you see like all the equations just
yeah,
like
yeah.
coming
I
over.
was just like, what's going on?
Still
Dude?
trying to figure out.
I get it. I get it. You know, I mean, the pressure of being a family man. You got a kid.
Yeah,
you know,
and
I
so
mean,
do you.
Yeah, so so that pressure leads on to getting, hey, I gotta
Yeah.
get my money right, and you got
It's
your
good
woman
pressure.
smacking you on your back, like, bitch, I want a better house, and you're like, okay.
All right.
You know, a good woman makes a good man. Is that the saying?
Yeah.
Behind every great man is a
Big
great
time.
woman.
Yeah.
And then
Big time,
behind
yeah.
every good woman is a
gay
no.
man.
Well, you're,
Okay, man. I mean, they're nice friends.
well, your girl is the reflection of you.
Yeah.
So if I
Yeah.
see your girl doing certain things, that literally reflects you. But of course, she is the reflection of you because this is you. Like if I never had met your girl, I'm like, oh, okay, I already know the type of girl she is because I already met you. Vice versa with Anthony, I've never met her, but I can already understand that. Basically the reflection of him. And then of
Right,
course,
right.
if I meet a girl and she tells me I have a boyfriend and she's like all wild, I'm like, I already know the type of guy you're with, because they
Yeah,
are the reflection
true,
of
true.
us.
Bro, and honestly, like I'm not just saying this, but she is like
She whoop your
literally,
ass?
Like well, that
Yeah.
too, but like,
Put him in
like,
check.
honestly, like 1 in a million because like the reason why is because like she has a good head on her shoulders,
Very
but
smart.
Smart
because
girl.
like when me and her started, I didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
like I used to go skate to go see her. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a car or anything like
Wow.
that. And then like one time I did get a car, but it was like a beat up beater.
Yeah.
And then like I took her out, we were driving, and it breaks down in the middle of the street.
It's the
Yeah.
ego of a man.
And she was there.
How old was
And
she?
huh?
How old were you?
I was like 20, I think.
You're young.
I think I was like 20.
What was
And
wrong with
then-
the car, real quick?
Huh?
What was wrong with the car?
I don't know. It just shut down.
He forgot to put gas.
And it did-
Did you pretend to know what you're doing? I'm going to check the engine.
yeah, I
It's
popped,
like, I
popped
don't
the
know none
hood,
of this. What the fuck?
pop the hood, wiggle a couple things, and
Fix
then
it! And you're like, yeah! Pussy! Ah.
hey, but any girl would have left you, right?
No,
no, some
Not my
girl.
girl.
No.
Really? You don't
girl
think
would-
so?
No,
No.
You don't think so?
No,
really?
I could explain what your reasoning
Like,
is.
I
there.
could
Like,
see it.
I could
Everybody's a
see, I could see
mechanic.
why you're saying this.
Hold on, but I think girls now they probably would have lost interest.
Okay, I could argue with what you're saying.
At first
Right.
date,
But
it's the
it-
first time going out, maybe.
No, it all
Maybe.
it all depends
that's
on
going out
That
more.
kind of was our first date.
Yeah,
too.
so it all
the
depends on
actual date.
timelines.
She
Yeah.
must like you.
It all
20
de-
years old.
Yeah.
You're not expected to
Ye-
learn a lot of stuff.
Yes, 100%. That's what I was going to go after. It's all depending on timelines. Yes, girls are like that, and there's a lot of girls that will literally say, "How much money do you make?" And if you don't make a certain type of money, I'm not going to mess with you. But these are girls that are already within their 27s, 28s, because they're already looking for a husband. It's a lot different when you're younger because at that point she hasn't really experienced a lot.
Yeah.
So she has
She broke girl, you broke boy.
So she has a certain, she has an experience of literally nothing. She understands that you have a car. There's probably no other guys that took in her
Oh, no,
outside
she-
of a car.
She had a really good job. She was making good money.
Oh,
and
so
this and that.
she was a house
Yeah.
value woman.
So that's why.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why when that happened, I was like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
lost her.
He was snared
It
and
was
shit.
like-
But once again, it's the experience that you're providing. It's not the experience that she provides herself. She wants an experience, an emotional experience with another person. They're emotional creatures, but they're also social creatures. We're creatures of things. So it mattered to you about your car because it's a thing. To her,
Social.
it didn't matter. It was the experience that she experienced it with you. But once again, it all depends on age gap. So a 20-year-old is not going to be too big on the idea his car broke
right.
down, even if she had money, because
Right.
she saw potential in your future. She saw potential in your responsibility. She saw potential in your values. But now if she's 27, 28, 30s, she's already automatically wanting these characters right away. You need to have a nice car. You need to have a potential
Yeah.
of a house.
And I think that's from the parents, no? Like, 'cause
It's bi-
usually the parents
it's biology.
They start pointing out like, oh,
be
at the
both.
end, he has a good job.
Yeah,
you know,
environment.
Okay, I
he
see what you're
has
saying.
this.
Socially,
and
yeah, I could see
Yeah.
how
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
pressured to
and
be
it's
like,
also
you need to have that
biology
shit.
because
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
they're wanting to have kids at a certain time. So and once they get a little older, now they're pickier. They're not going after the boyfriend experience anymore. They're wanting more of the
They want
responsible guy.
something more serious.
Yeah, but that's
right?
where they go after. I need a guy with a certain type of lifestyle
Right,
now
right.
because now money matters to me because they've experienced certain things with other guys. Like, oh,
Right.
he was potential, but he was wasting my time.
So what?
Yeah, time because they're older, right?
So what do you think about the people with that age? Like, let's say your age,
Yeah.
right? But they don't have that kind of mindset.
So as far as a guy or a girl, because it's completely two different things.
Honestly, either one.
Okay, so when so when it comes to a girl, like at this point right now, if they're a little older, they have experiences, so it's harder for them. One, how many bodies do they have? Not because it's bad that they've had sex and all this stuff. Judgment out of
Body
the window.
count, body count.
It's all depending on biological instinct also, and then how much could they pair bond with the next person.
Right, right.
If they have more than 10 bodies, it's harder for them to pair bond. Of course, the first couple of guys, I'm going to say the first three, those are going to be the first guys that they're going to remember forever. So those guys and the experience, they're going to now include to
compare.
that 10th guy, and now they're going to say, hey, I don't feel a certain type of way because serotonin kind of lingered away now. They can't pair bond correctly anymore. So if the guy's doing stupid things, it's more than likely she's going to limit the amount of stupidity from the new guy. So the first guy, she could tolerate as much as possible because they pair bonded quicker because it was
Yeah.
a couple of first
That's where-
guys
that's where all the
experiences.
experiences came in.
Exactly. So now when it comes down to the money stuff, once again, in all biological instincts, I need a husband, not a boyfriend. Now, of course,
I need a
because
man.
of social media, a lot of girls are overinflated as far as like how they see themselves. Unfortunately,
No, yeah, yeah.
a lot of girls are beautiful, and most girls are beautiful, but not every girl's a 10.
Yeah.
Most girls are
Oh,
within
yeah.
the 5 to 6. But now a 5 is thinking I'm an 8 or a 9, or a 6 is thinking I'm a 10. So because I've been
Crazy.
with this athlete, or because I've been with the CEO, because I've been with whomever had money, this tall guy, whatever they want to categorize as being attractive, they now expect it for whoever's coming in next. So a lot of the guys that they should be with, they're no longer categorizing because they don't find them attractive enough anymore. Because once again, social media overinflated the sense of who they really are.
So 5 thinks she's a 10.
Social media is the devil.
You gotta let them. You gotta let them. Wait, but is pair bonding only for female only or
Yeah.
male? So males are not attached to the first
so,
mate.
Yeah, so
ever.
so men do pair bond, but we pair bond differently. We
Okay.
pair bond off of the experience through time. So
Yeah.
so like right now, you pair bonded through your wife because she gave you that experience of like, I trust you, even when I didn't have anything. That means more to you.
Yeah.
Rather
Oh, yeah.
just the sex is sex.
Yeah,
But it's the
whatever.
experience that she saw something in you, and that means more to you. So that's your pair bond. That's how we pair bond
That's a
through
man
experience.
bonding right there. That's
Right,
beautiful.
right.
When
Yeah.
we have sex, it's just physical. Yeah,
No.
there's a sense
not
of
true. Come on.
Okay,
showing your
I've
loyalty
seen-
is
I've
very
seen-
important.
okay.
Yeah.
I've seen so many guy dudes that just cry over that first girl they fucked.
Yeah,
and
but those are-
and they're done with.
Yeah, but those
are
are-
the exception, bro.
No,
There's
no,
been
no.
so
I wouldn't.
many.
I wouldn't even say those are the exceptions. Those are the simps that
There's so many.
that
I think-
understand.
I think what Irvin is saying is that like it's easier for a guy to like not be so attached to a girl that he's had sex with.
Yeah, but hold
Yeah.
on. I get what Anthony's saying. This is where I like to explain the categories of type of men that there are now.
Simps.
At
Oh,
100%. There's a lot. Once again, remember, the girl that is a 5 that should be with the 5 is no longer categorizing that guy that is a 5. So that once the guy gets the girl that is a 5, he understands that it's more than likely if she leaves, she's more than likely that can be replaced. She's going to replace him faster because there's a lot of guys that are needy that aren't getting this female attention anymore. So of course he's going to be crying after if she does break up because now he's going to be alone a lot longer. And of course, if you're in your 20s, remember in your categories of time. If you're in your 20s, more than likely a girl's going to say, okay, I get it. You're not where you need to be right now. I understand. We're going to build together. But if this guy hits 28 and he hasn't found that girl, it's going to be a lot harder because now he's looking for that 25, 26, 27-year-old. So that's the idea of not being, that's not the equivalence as far as like the way that a guy pair bonds, as far as like the way that a girl pair bonds. Remember, it's our experience, but then of course it's more chemistry and emotion towards a girl.
Yeah, I really like what you said, man. It's the trusting of the situation, trusting him
Yeah.
in that time. That's more loyal to you as a man from
Yeah.
that girl. It's like that loyalty. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
I
and
like that.
And then like
that's
the
pretty
thing
cool.
is, like every time when they think about guys, it's always like, oh, guys just want to stick their thing in what something.
Oh,
Say it,
yeah.
bro.
But
We're
it's
hot.
like, it's
Yeah, whatever,
like,
man. We're 8 years old and shit.
but it's like,
They're
no,
dating.
like,
Yeah, her pee.
yeah. I mean, hey, you know,
We, bro.
We
this
pee.
this is a family show, man.
Yeah, come on, guys. Good men in the morning. That's what it is, right?
No, we took that out, bro.
Yeah, we took that shit off, man.
Bro, like,
Ripped it
I didn't
off.
even know it was there, bro.
burned it.
I was like, what the hell? I didn't even see this on the title, bro.
I didn't sign up for this.
Because like,
Yeah.
like for real though, like, would you prefer a girl that can just give it to you whenever?
Hell yeah.
Or
Yeah, bro.
Come on, what the fuck? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you,
I mean,
man? Are you even the man?
Let's get it out.
What is wrong with this guy?
of course, right?
He wants to
But
be
like,
a priest.
But like,
Come on, guys.
But,
Take out your books.
Come on,
but
man.
if
Psalm,
that's it, if that's it, is
Bible
it,
studies.
is it? You think it's gonna go long?
No,
No, of course not.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Definitely, there's an attraction towards the girl that is loyal. Of course, we're always going to be attracted to girls, regardless if we're married or not. It's just, once again, we're at the end of the day, we're biological animals, like we're mammals. At the end of the day, that's what we are. We have instincts. A guy's always going to want to replicate. Of course, there's moral values as far as like if you're going to take that or not, but that instinct is completely, it's always going to be there. If we see a hottie, we're going to want to turn. If your girl's there, you're going to be like, I don't want to turn right now because I already know she's going to be yelling at me later. But of course, your instinct is to want to turn and see what's there because it's an instinct in us to replicate. We want that replication value. They just want the security value. So we don't have the equivalence of attraction and pair bonding. As far as like everything else, we seek everything the opposite. And of course, like I said, there's always circumstances to everything as far as like why things work out for certain guys, why things don't work out. Even if the circumstance of the story is the same, it all depends on the age as far as like how they started, when they started. And then of course, if the guy has a sense of like, did he take the rejection in a way to build his character or did he take the rejection now to the point where he's now acting out in emotional where he can't trust the girl
Like
anymore.
he's throwing tantrums.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you were saying though, a woman giving herself out in the first couple of days. Is that what you were saying? Like,
Yeah, like I don't know, like
is she
I,
easy? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, like I feel like a lot.
You
of,
lose respect for that girl?
honestly, yeah.
Yeah, girl that just
Really?
throws it to you easily.
What if some guy wants to give
feel
it to,
you.
to
I
her
feel you,
easily,
man.
you know? Isn't that the
It's,
same
it's
thing?
because you got to think like if she's
Respecting
easy, if
her.
she's easy for you,
Just like
she's gonna
that,
be
yeah.
easy for other people. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
where you were going at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but the
Okay.
thing is, like, I think like guys, like they want more of like, you got to show me that we'll take care of each other, kind of thing, right?
Loyalty, right?
If you're
Like
looking,
like the
if
loyalty,
you're
yeah, yeah.
looking for
I
a
like
natural
that.
relationship,
I like that.
If you're looking
Yeah.
for a relationship, for sure. But
That's
if
real.
of course, girls are the ones that have access to sex. We have access to relationships. That's why it's more important for you to understand that if the girl's easy and your instincts are already saying, okay, is it more than likely that she's going to do it to the next guy? Like that instinct, is it easier for her to cheat on me? And that's just an instinct that's ingrained in us. That's why it's almost like we get grossed out when we hear, hey, I heard your girl was with this guy, and hey, did you hear that she was also with my cousin? It's almost like, okay, where has she been and why hasn't she stuck around? Because the girl is more than likely to leave the guy, not the guy leave the girl. So if the guy is leaving her, something's wrong with her. And that's kind of where our instincts kick in. Of course, this is all going off by books and therapy and all that stuff, but once again, it's just an instinct that we just have ingrained. Of course, most guys don't know how to understand this stuff, and this is where I'm at and basically explaining it. But that's it. That's all it. That's all it really is, though.
You get me now? But like, no, but you're right. That weird uncomfortability, to like, yo, she's just giving it to me like that. Like she don't make me work for it. Like,
Yeah, it's because
Nah, you guys are tripping. What are you guys doing?
you like the girl
one
that throw
night
it at
stands.
you.
One night stands. You guys didn't do that.
Okay, I
Come
get that.
on,
But if
what
you're
the
trying
hell?
to date this girl,
but if you're trying to take her serious,
Yeah.
are you going to be able to?
Hey, brother, we're having fun.
That's a
We
red
can have
flag
fun.
for you, huh?
Wow.
It is because like I'm just
Personally.
like, okay, a man will only go as far as the woman lets him.
Yeah.
Right. So if this man is over here trying to do whatever
Yeah.
he wants to do with her, and if she's allowing it, she's like, all right, come on.
you treat her how
get-
you treat her. I guess
Yeah.
I guess you treat her what she gets, right? You treat her like
Once
that.
again, you're talking about circumstance as far as like your experience and also experience of with Anthony's experience.
'Cause
You've only
Anthony's like,
experienced high school. Remember, we're talking about our age now. Our age, if
Nah,
Anthony was single,
honestly, I'm
That's
gonna be
true,
real with
buddy.
you.
Yeah.
I
What's
don't
up?
see a difference.
Yeah.
because I
Oh,
see
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
You know what? Actually,
Here we go.
I see a lot of people that are our ages that still act like they're in high
Facts.
school.
But
Bro.
that's what I
Facts,
mean.
sir.
That's what I mean. It means more
Fact check it.
now. It means more now than if it were in high school. In high school, it's more than a chance that maybe she was with maybe one guy or two, or maybe she
Right.
has made up with one guy or two.
Yeah.
But now, being 27, 28, she has bodies, bro. She doesn't have just making out. She has literally stories. So of course now it's a different experience as far as like, how am I going to see you if you're just giving it out to me in the same way that you gave it to the other guy? Of course I'm going to make her work as far as like, I need to see if you're loyal enough, not in the idea that you're going to give me sex, but and also the idea that you're also working for the same progress or purpose that we're going after if we're building a family. Of course, now a lot of people, like we mentioned in the beginning, a lot of people aren't wanting a family anymore. Nobody really wants responsibility at this point. And I think that's what it is. Everybody wants to have fun. Everyone
Everybody
wants an
wants it easy.
experience. Exactly.
Yeah, everybody wants it easy.
And it's an idea that we were
Yeah.
all sold into because it's all capitalism. Like you sell something, they'll buy and separate them first. Now they're going to consume more. The idea that we're alone, now we're seeking things to replace what our instincts should be going with our partners. A lot of guys want to keep buying shit that they don't really need it because they want
Damn.
they
To fill
want
that
to
void.
and that's all it is.
I'm about to buy me a new
They're
iPad.
literally filling
I got one. What
voids.
the fuck?
Maybe you didn't
Yeah.
need to buy that.
I
just
did.
Damn.
Mother,
So guys buy cars or machines or things like computers. Girls buy cats and dogs because they
I got a
need
cat.
affection.
They buy cats and dogs.
Yeah.
no, I think I'm gonna be
Have you
honest.
ever heard of the cat lady?
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
There you go.
You,
That's
never
where it
heard of a
comes
cat man.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
you
the Batman though. Same thing.
That's
No.
Batman.
No, I honestly I think relationships are kind of mentally all equal for men and women. I think we all look for attraction first,
Oh yeah, big time.
A man is gonna look at boobies,
Yeah.
big butts, and the woman, big old, no, tickle bitties. And a woman's gonna look for that chiseled guy that looks good in a fucking Champions hoodie. Like people,
Yeah.
like
We all have preferences.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
After you get to know them, then you get to get attached to them in an emotional level, both male and female.
Level 2.
Yeah. They both get used to each other. They look for different traits that they're more attracted to. Like,
Yeah.
like you could go back and forth like with your whole we could use your wife as an example. Like she saw like, oh damn, this guy has potential, and then that's an emotional thing. And then you also said, well, this girl stuck by me when my car broke down.
But in the
That's two.
beginning,
right?
what initially did it was
yeah.
I thought she was beautiful.
Yeah, there you go.
And I
course.
hope she thought I was handsome. But
You know she did. What the
You're a
fuck?
good looking guy.
Come on now.
Give yourself some props.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as like what your wife found besides attraction, the value for a girl is an experience. If you give her an experience, whether it be funny, romantic, or something attachment, that's where they start falling in love. Of course,
Right,
for us,
right.
it's just visual. Like they could really not do a lot. They'll do something,
Right,
but
right.
they don't have to do a lot because we're not that emotional creature like they are. So that's what I mean. Like it's a completely different realm of the way that we think when it comes to men and
so
women.
you're saying guys don't demand a lot?
do you mean?
Demand as
Demand?
far as
Some
what?
are needy, yeah, for sure. Like
Like-
some
like-
want to be with their.
Like,
twin.
what do you
we
mean?
don't we don't require so much to fall in love with a woman.
Oh.
or-
Requirements are basically loyalty. That's a big one. That's literally number one for guys.
Number one.
As far as like
Loyalty.
am I being able to trust you long term because I'm gonna work my ass off to make this life with you, and if your girl gets sick, she could call in, but you have to go to work.
I called in so many times.
Like literally, you have to go to work regardless if you're sick or not, because the responsibility. You have a kid, you have a wife.
I
Like the
I
everything.
guess my wife is different because
You know.
I've called out so many
Yeah,
times.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, brother.
Yeah.
Like-
I think dating is very similar in the brain for male. That's my
Yeah.
opinion. It's just that I guess women could be more emotional, but men are hella emotional too. Like
Now they are.
no,
Now they
they've
are.
always been. These
Yeah,
motherfuckers
yeah,
always.
they've always been, but it's
Who you
just
been hanging
it's-
out with, man?
No, these guys are. No, I'm not. When you talk about emotion, we talk about crying, watching The Notebook and shit.
Yeah.
No.
No,
I'm
what
ta-
are you talking about?
I'm talking about like
No.
beating someone else's ass. Like
Yeah,
males.
that's
got
another that's
Say
a
that
form
again?
of emotion.
Say that again.
Yeah.
like getting beat. Like males getting more angrier physically. Like they're
emotionally angry.
Right, that's an
Yeah,
emotion
yeah.
too, right? You know,
Yeah,
maybe it's a
definitely.
different emotion, but it's an emotion. Like I think we all are kind of equal-ish. We just, I guess, channel it differently. I don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree with that. We channel it differently.
Yeah,
As far
yeah.
as like the way that we channel it is literally not by fighting if we're angry, and that's what we want to, or technically that's what a girl wants. They say they want an emotional guy, but you don't want an emotional guy. A lot of emotional guys are in jail. That's why they're in jail because they're emotional.
That's true.
You know,
Right.
and
But
I get what you're saying. Not the cry baby, you know, the whiny guy, and there are guys like that
Oh,
too.
yeah.
But as far as like overall, I guess what we're talking about is in general, like what they're attracted to is technically someone that's stoic. And that is the biggest thing that they're attracted to. The equivalent of, you know, like being loyal, they're wanting someone that is stoic. You know, am I able to provide something when I'm stressed out? Am I able to fix something when I'm stressed out? That's your stoicism, and that's what they find attractive to because they're going to feel emotional and they want to rock to their waves of emotion, and you're the rock to her emotional waves.
Right.
So I get that the equivalence of attraction, yes, meets physical attraction. But then, of course, after that, the equivalence is completely different. We value certain different things as far as like when I'm talking about stoicism, when I'm talking about, you know, like her value as far as like, am I going to be able to trust her long term? Has she been with a couple of my friends? You know, that kind of thing. It's just instincts that come in place.
But I agree with you,
Like
man.
I think females think the same way. Like I don't think the majority of the women wouldn't want to be with like somebody that's been with their cousin or like, you know, or like a friend or some shit, you know, whatever. Like
Yeah, for sure. But
it'd be the
they-
same thing, no?
But
Yeah, no, I would say they wouldn't treat it the same way. I do agree that there's similar senses of girl code or whatever. I'm not going to be with my guy's brother or whatever, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they could look easier on the other way if the brother is one more respectful, being more prideful. You know, is
I
he
don't know
getting
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're girls. Once again, girls want security. That's
Right,
what they're
right.
looking for. If
Really? Like security how?
security
Like,
as far as
bodyguard.
protection, security as
Bro,
responsibility.
bro, look at us. I'm not gonna fucking fight nobody for my girl. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I've told my girl too. I'm like, hey, dude, if something happens, call
Yeah.
911
Yeah.
right now. If someone breaks in,
I feel you.
you know what
Run.
the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
If you see me running, run.
Yeah,
yeah,
get the fuck out
Yeah.
of there. Don't look, don't look for me.
But once again, we're talking about circumstantial of time. Time is the biggest thing as far as like what you guys have experienced, and I'm kind of going off of where we're at now currently.
yeah.
I'm talking about the guy that is 27. I'm talking about the
Okay.
35-year-old. If I was 18, it was so much easier to get the girl, and I was with the girl for 3 years, and it was so easy not to have a job. It was so easy not to go to the gym.
yeah.
It was so easy not to be stoic because they haven't experienced those things yet. So now that they're 28, 29, 30, they've experienced me at that young age. I'm like, I don't want that. I've already
right.
experienced that. I want these categories. Now you guys are building it as far as like together. Now they're not going to remember, hey, I remember when you were an idiot in high school. They still remember that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's more than likely because you've allowed them to see who you are character-wise. Now, hey, I'm a responsible father. I'm a responsible husband.
Right.
That's where they value as far as like the romantic value for them to stay valued to you.
Right.
Wow.
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 Take notes.
Everybody
take notes.
Everybody take
Everybody,
notes.
Bro.
But yeah, I think you were saying, Anthony, is that men are now emotional. I think in the past, it's like
was-
you
it
keep
was
it
more
all-
suppressed.
right?
Yeah.
And I think it's great. I mean, as married men, right? I
Yeah.
think our wives will like to know how we feel, and I think it's good to express
Oh,
that
yeah,
emotion once in a while. But I'm pretty sure if you
Right,
do it
right.
all the fucking time,
Yeah.
you shut up, stop bitching.
Yeah. Should I get annoyed with it? You know?
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
gotta go with my
So why not- yeah, exactly.
So
I
you
mean,
only let out a certain amount. I
Yeah,
think it's
sure.
an equal
Okay.
balance.
I think men's mental health is very important.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
100%. Yeah.
You can't be
important.
stoic all the
Yeah.
time. You can't be
No,
a
no,
statue,
no.
dude.
Okay,
Stoic
no.
statue,
So
dude.
No,
as,
yeah.
as far as like what he's saying, I agree, but keep stoicism at its highest always.
That's hard to keep
So
sometimes,
what
man.
I'm
Come
what
on.
I'm saying is, and I do agree,
You know,
your
the
woman is going to
economy's
want to
tough.
be a part of your life.
Pressure's
and
on, bro.
I do agree with what he said. Don't do it all the time. When I say, hey, go to your girl with a problem, but already have a solution in place to say afterwards.
Or be open to any
Exactly,
solutions.
exactly.
Bro,
but-
sometimes they're
Yeah.
the best problem solvers, bro. Like,
Exactly.
women-
Yeah.
And sometimes it's all about just communicating, and that's where the problem gets solved. But a lot of guys now, they don't know how to solve shit.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of girls, I'm like, hey, if I get lost, he ain't gonna find me.
Facts.
He don't know how to find his own house. You know, that kind of thing.
Shit happens.
So, and I do agree with the whole mental health when it comes to men. And I always talk to guys. If you're going to talk to anybody about anything, talk to another guy. Like literally, we experience the world completely different. Like your girl's going to appreciate, hey, I didn't know about my transmission and it went to shit and this other, like literally a whole bucket list of shit. And then all of a sudden she's like, man, you're vocalizing what happened. So she's involved. But then all of a sudden you say, hey, but this guy already told me this is what I could do. This guy could always, but this is the only problem that I can't solve right now. And that's where you're communicating. But at least you're not
right.
throwing everything at her, you know, and that's where stoicism comes in because you're the problem solver. You're not saying, hey, you're
Yeah,
a woman,
yeah.
you can't solve anything.
You're not gonna lose your mind, yeah.
involving her in the problem, but you already have solutions to certain problems
Right,
in
right.
place. And now you're speaking out. What else could we do to make this better so that it won't happen again? And that's
Right.
where you're involving your partner.
I think it'd be totally different if you spazzed out that day.
Yeah.
Damn.
If you weren't stoic, you're like, babe, I'm sorry, it's not working.
Then you're going to jail.
You're like, fuck! Like, okay, this guy's crazy.
Yeah, no
He's
more.
emotional.
Left them on red.
Let them on red.
Yeah.
Got so
Somebody
stupid.
pick me up.
Awkward. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but a lot of guys, and unfortunately, a lot of guys that I do talk to, they're still acting like they're in their 20s, and
Exactly.
they still
But
haven't.
I feel like that's more common now than
very
back
common
then.
because
Yeah.
being a victim now, it's literally you're being rewarded. And I think
Yeah.
a lot of the things that, once again, the equivalence of guys and girls, we still haven't figured out the double standard for each other. If you're crying in front of a phone and you're a guy, it's more than likely no one's gonna feel sympathy towards you.
Right,
but if
right.
you're the girl, a bunch of DMs are gonna come at you both from women and men. So what I say to guys, like, don't do what you think a girl's getting because they're getting that affection through both parties. You're a guy. You have to already understand, if you're gonna cry to another guy, cry to your friend, cry to your dad, cry to your cousin.
I'm gonna cry to you, bro.
But you know
Look at
what?
you weird, bro.
There's moments that I had an emotional post, you know?
Yeah.
Like you get so emotional, you want people to know about it.
Yeah.
Facebook's, how you feel? And I'm like,
Bruh.
yo, fuck those people that think they're great, but they're not really great. They talk all that shit, you know? Fuck you, hashtag get a friend, you know?
Damn.
Damn.
You know, like
Why you crying though?
you're like you're angry. You want to post that. You want.
yeah.
I want that person to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Weird.
And then when they start complaining about their relationship
Yeah.
on social
Yeah.
media,
Yeah, but like I get those emotions
crazy,
sometimes, and I go, "That's a little too cringy." I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah,
I'll write it out. Like I gotta delete. That's
Yeah.
too fucking
That's
cringy,
too
dude.
much.
But again,
But
once
you
again,
want to be heard. That's
No,
it.
yeah, I like
Yeah.
what people you would type it out and just delete it. Look it,
Yeah.
you got it out somehow.
But like you want to get you want it out.
Or how
yeah,
about-
you want it voiced out.
or how
Okay,
about just text a friend, y'all have a conversation.
How's it sound?
You know,
I'm gonna post that shit tonight.
don't
Post it.
post it and seem like you're thirsting for
Exactly.
It might go
Attention,
viral with this one.
And
Yeah.
like I said, it works for women because it's just the double standards that they have. It works for them, and I think a lot of younger guys, and like we're saying, a lot of guys that are in their 30s, they're still thinking they're in their 20s, that have been matured enough to actually have common sense. I think that's all it really is. I'm like, have a common sense to the idea that it's not attractive to do what a girl's doing. I get it. They're getting sympathy, and that's what you want. And as far as like the guys that do come in here and then they'll ask me questions or whatever, I'll ask them certain questions to solve certain things that they're solving themselves.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they have to do the work themselves. I can't be holding their hand the whole way to solve their problems because now I'm basically becoming their anchor. And now they're always going to come towards me as far as like, what's the next problem, Irvin? And this is a problem. Now solve it. I'm like, I can't do that because now I have my own shit to solve. And now you're becoming just basically an anchor. And
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. So there's a limit to everything. There's a limit to how much a guy could take from another guy. And like I said, we are guys. Like that's all it really is. Like
just dudes.
Like we could
just
talk
dudes.
to guys.
I
Like
like that.
I talk to Enrique all the time. He talks to
Yeah.
me. But once he starts complaining, overly complaining,
Yeah.
and all,
Damn.
like I'm
Just
like,
air it
bro,
out.
yeah, you gotta go
Just air it
now
out.
because like you're bringing the energy
All right,
down.
bro, chill.
My life.
Start singing an emo song, bro.
Those were the days, huh? 2006. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Anyway.
there's some good days.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, It's just the times, like the way that information is now spewed out. There's a lot of misinformation, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And everyone's confused, like now we have to use pronouns. I'm like, I'm a guy, like call me Irvin. Like if you want to be called whatever, I'll call you. But if I forget, hey, it's
My
not my
bad.
fault. It is what it is. You
Yeah.
want to be called something, I'll call you that, but don't get mad if I forget.
Yeah, don't get offended
Yeah.
if it slips out.
Exactly.
Or like when you want to gender somebody outside and you don't know this person, like, hey man, motherfucker, I'm a
Oh, like that one video.
yeah.
Is from GameStop. Video.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. I saw that
yeah.
one. Yeah.
It's ma'am.
Yeah.
That guy was no. Honestly, that GameStop dude, he was trolling, bro.
Yeah, he was.
That's fucked
Yeah,
up. But
he was.
it is what it is.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, they shouldn't get mad for
Oh, yeah.
common words too.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
a man and you look like a man, and excuse me, I'm sorry, my eyes still can't focus on the idea that you want to be called a woman. It's just it comes out. Like I'm sorry, you still have an
Yeah.
Adam's apple, you still have a beard, and you want to be called ma'am. Okay, I'll call you ma'am. But if man comes out of my mouth by accident because I see facial hair and I see an Adam's apple and your voice sounds like mine, I'm like, bro, it's gonna come out. I'm like, sup, man? I'm like, oh
No,
shit.
not me, man. I respect.
There we go.
Yeah.
I see. I go. Okay, this guy's a little. I go.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Excuse me. I'll
I'm
like
gonna be
that.
real with you, like that. You know how everyone that is into all that,
Yeah.
right? They say everyone needs to be educated on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how it's tough to be educated on it when it keeps changing.
It is changing.
It's changing.
Yeah,
all the
Now
something
time.
new, man.
there's
Something-
two-spirit now.
It's like
What?
there's a
Two-spirit.
anti-gender now.
I don't even know what that is.
Anti-
Anti-gender.
Is that a
So
drug?
what it is? It's like it's for kids now.
What?
This one's for kids. So I guess
Curious.
this one is more like, oh, that kid is anti-gender because that kid still hasn't figured out what they-
Anti-gender.
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 They even changed that.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
no more
heard,
anti-
I heard that
Can't be
one,
bad
and,
no
and I
more.
was just like, wait, what? Like,
Yeah.
like, come on now. Like,
I
Yeah.
mean, to each his own, guys. Come on.
I mean, look, man, like I just feel like everything's just getting more complicated when it comes to all that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
it
like
is.
it's
It is.
okay, complicated. I would agree with that. Sure.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it keeps
yeah.
like there's
It's
something new every
complicated, for
fucking
sure.
every month or something.
There's some-
What I would say, if you get offended, I'm going to get offended for you thinking that I should be
And-
talking
and
to
that-
a certain type of
and
way
I
that
feel-
I know it's not normal.
I feel like that's why people they just rather just stick with the simple stuff
Yeah.
because now it's just like, okay, I don't know what to call you.
Yeah.
It's just like you're you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just call me
Yeah.
by my name, dog.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just
But-
call me by my name. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
Like if you want to be Shim, him, whatever, cool. But once again, if I forget because I'm not used to it and you're educating me on something that I'm not used to, and to be honest with you, I don't really care. Like honestly, like, okay, I'm probably gonna just keep you arm's length or just not even hang out with you.
Right,
Yeah,
we're
Because
not gonna-
it's gonna be a headache,
Sorry,
bro. Like,
sorry.
I'm like, cool, go live your life, be
Yeah.
happy, but not around me, bro. Like, I'm good. I'm happy in my
Like,
circle.
don't ruin my happiness.
Exactly,
You know, like,
exactly.
Come on now.
But it's the pressure that they put on everyone else. You know, the pressure that they think that they're given, it's the pressure that they're giving to everyone else.
Am I tripping? Have you ever misgendered somebody?
I have.
Has anybody?
I
yeah.
have. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. You.
Yeah, because I said one
You.
time it was a guy that was transitioning to a woman, and you know, like I wasn't looking at him or her. I wasn't. See,
This guy, he fucked
You
up
see?
already.
I'm telling you,
so
bro.
I wasn't looking at the person,
Cancel
and then
him.
I heard the voice. So they were talking to me, and then I was looking away, and then I was like, "Oh, give me a minute, bro," like that, and then they were like. No.
Excuse me?
like, Yeah, like they got
bro,
offended. And I was
offended
like,
because you
I was
said
like,
bro?
Oh.
Yeah, because
Hey, bro.
Yeah, because
a bro
it was a
turning
male,
into a
It
lady.
was a male transitioning to a woman,
Bro.
I call
Okay.
females bros
Yeah,
all
I
the
call
time. What
them
the
bro-
fuck,
yeah.
dudes?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like it could have been like a friendly thing.
Was
you
it a
know, like-
stranger?
Yeah, it was a stranger.
You call
Yeah.
strangers bros?
Yeah.
Bro, that's rude now.
That's
now,
rude,
Now
that's
I
rude.
think of you differently. You
Yeah.
should have said,
Nah,
Excuse me.
Nah, bro.
"Excuse me,
Sir?
That means
sir."
that
Would have been
means-
better.
Yeah.
That means I'm like, no, sir would have been
worse.
Nah.
more triggering.
Yeah, because it's more mature.
Yeah.
It's
more formal.
It's more formal, dude. You can't be calling, what's up, Dad? You
Yeah,
can't
see,
be-
I don't look. So, have you guys ever misgendered somebody?
No, I'm always cautious about if I'm gonna say. I'm really
Brother,
cautious.
I've never dealt with anything. I know you have because you deal with a lot of people at work.
Yeah.
But like me-
Thousands of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually, the odds are him fucking up is
yeah,
greater.
It's
Yeah.
possible.
Pretty
but
sure I've misgendered
I think-
so many people.
A lot of people don't deal with that. People don't look
on
at.
a regular basis, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a small percentage that kind of are technically spewing out this information, and unfortunately,
It's- yeah.
the greater of like the silent majority is being silenced. You know, like we know what we're wanting to say, but we're the silent majority because the majority is technically thinking the same way that we're thinking. But unfortunately, the other path, as far as like the other tribe, are the ones that are louder. So we're thinking that there's more than there really is.
There really is.
Yeah.
The internet just makes it louder. That's
That,
it.
I've been telling these guys, like, also with people transitioning, there's not a lot. There's like in the thousands,
I
bro.
met one, and I was like, cool,
There you go.
cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Support you, man. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your endeavors and what have you.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, I'll support you, bro.
And
I'll support you.
I'll be supportive. I'll be
Yeah.
encouraging.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course. Of course. Well,
Yeah, if you transition, bro, I'll support it.
I got
Evan,
you.
you
This
look
will be
like
on the pod.
Evan, you look like you already
What-
transitioned.
Hey, is that beard fake or not, bro?
Look at you, man.
I don't know, bro.
It looks like
I
Botox
don't
in this
know what's
place.
going on over
This
here.
guy has been growing out his hair.
oh, yeah, I have. You know, I've been,
All right.
you know, maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know.
Maybe delete.
What would be your name?
I don't know because my name is Anthony, right? I don't like
Yes.
the girl version, Antoinette. That's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of whack.
I was gonna say Antoinette.
That's kind of whack.
It's like a
Antoinette.
princess.
Yeah, I'll make it something sexy like Skylar or some shit. I don't know.
Skylar.
Sounds like a video game.
Hey, yeah, you know.
Nah,
so-
man, I'll choose a different name. Let's just
For
like,
me?
we just add an. If I were to
Oh,
transfer, yeah.
Okay,
it's like,
so what's your name? Enrique?
I'll make one up, dude. I'll just make one up.
Okay, let's hear it.
Slia or
Leah?
Slia.
Slia,
Sounds
Slayer,
black.
Slayer.
Yeah.
Sounds
black
exotic.
Exotic, right?
You have to be
Yeah.
my girl, Slia.
Oh,
You have to say it like that
or
too.
Balloon.
Like
From Africa.
Meet Slia.
Call me.
Yeah.
What's the Michael Jackson name their kids? Towel or
I don't know, like star,
Star.
green, or moon. I don't know.
What was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Orange.
Blanket.
Oh, there you go. Blanket. There you go.
Blankets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I'm trying to be at. You know?
Okay.
Okay, you want to be a
Blanket.
blanket. Okay.
Say it in Spanish.
Cobija.
Cobija. There you go. Cobija. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So, of course, we kind of got into a random rant right now. But as far as like going back to Isaiah, as far as like marriage, you know, that's kind of where
dang.
that's how it all started,
Is it how
bro.
it started?
That's how it all started.
Jeez.
You know,
Dang,
you found
we
a good
segued.
woman, you know, got a good
Good for
woman,
you.
you know.
Good job, man.
Out of
Anniversary.
house.
It's possible.
And then, of course, we started going into finances. That's kind of where it went in as well, as far as generation.
Wow.
Yep.
Now, from there, as far as like within the pod now, as far as like what's your plans as far as like for the future?
My plans
Yeah.
for the podcast.
Yeah.
Will there
well,
be a new podcast?
There's a hey man.
Shade of white.
Different crew.
Oh man.
Shade
I
of
mean,
cafe.
We do have
shit.
somebody missing. So
Oh,
We
not-
do. We
damn.
do. We do.
Because
Wait, hold on.
So toxic.
how would that look like?
Okay, let's talk about that. Yeah.
So
Look,
toxic.
Let's get to it.
I kind of do have a question though.
Go
Bro,
for
this guy's antsy over
I
here. This
love it.
guy's
I love
antsy.
it.
He's on drugs.
Yeah, man.
So-
I feel comfortable now. I feel in the safe space.
So what happened?
What
Like,
inspired?
What
Yeah.
caused the switch up?
What inspired to the shift?
Yeah.
The
what
wind?
else? Yeah.
You know what caused the hurricane?
Yeah. So
Whatever you
that-
want to call it.
So spill it out. Spill it out.
Yeah, tell us.
So-
what's going
What's going
What's
on,
the
man?
question,
What's
bro?
your question, man? Come on.
Phone a friend.
Fun fact.
Go for it. Tell us.
I'm nervous now.
It's so fun.
Let's-
Let's
let's-
turn it up. Turn up the
You,
music,
want,
bro.
you say you want cheese, man.
and
Bring up the
anticipation,
cheese,
bro.
man,
I
bro.
don't even
man.
know if I want to ask it. No
Why?
more.
Go for it, bro.
I'm on the hot seat.
Come on.
Come on, big boy.
Hey, you're family.
What
Hey,
happened to
you're the
Rams?
fan.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened
bro.
to Rams? What
What
happened to
happened to
Rams?
Rams?
Dun,
Break
dun,
break it down. Well, you guys talked about this, right?
No.
I think.
What?
I think we have the right to ask this question.
You do.
No.
You do. You
There we
do.
go.
You
You're
do.
leaning entitled over here.
Well, you do. You do. You do.
because
Yeah.
we want to take it into consideration.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
Consideration.
Yeah, we've been thinking.
We're taking notes.
I'm just surprised that you guys are still thinking when you have the member with you guys
Hey, no, it's
literally
all
every week.
Yeah, no, we're checking up on it.
Oh yeah. Are you checking up on it? Where's he at, bro?
We got tallies. We got tallies.
Strike one.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're gonna see
no.
right now. We'll find
Okay,
out.
that'd be such a funny thing dude, if that were to ever happen.
Hey, we
This
went
guy's
to
toxic,
we went to GTM and
wow.
we found out some things, bro.
Yeah, so yeah, get out of here.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be
dude.
so
This
fucking
guy.
funny.
That'd be so funny,
This
dude.
guy.
So,
So
You ruined him.
so what happened, gentlemen?
I'll leave it off to Mr. Enrique over here.
Well, I mean,
I
you
think he's
want
gonna
the.
keep it dramatic then. Okay.
Yeah, let's keep
I
it
mean,
dramatic. Very
do
dramatic.
this.
Very dramatic.
Oh man, to be honest with you, jokes aside, it's a bit of for me personally. Irvin got his own thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
For
yeah,
me
yeah.
personally, was the energy. You know, I kind of fed off his energy.
Wasn't cutting it.
He completely just dialed himself down, you know, purposely. And so I'm like,
Purposely?
okay. I feel
Why?
I feel like he turned himself off, and I was like, okay.
Transitioned.
And I was like, okay, and I was like, okay, is that how we do it? And he's like, it's just the energy aspect of it. He turned his
okay,
energy
okay.
off, and I was just like, we ain't bouncing back and forth anymore.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
wanted-
Just you and him.
That was my thing.
Oh wow.
Right.
Irvin got his own.
My
You
thing?
know,
I have
pickle
my
up.
own.
Yeah, you have your own
Do you
reason.
have anything?
You have your own reason. If we're gonna get serious about
Yeah,
it,
Yeah, I mean, hey,
yeah. As far-
forget that he's my brother, bro.
Yeah.
Just forget it.
speak your heart, Irvin.
Yeah, as far as everything goes, I'll always respect Rams. I still consider him as a good friend.
He still thinks
Yeah,
he's my brother. Like,
right. We still every now and then we'll text and we'll chat it up every now and then.
yeah,
Of course,
it's totally
I work a lot, so it's not like I don't want to hang out with him. It's just that I can't hang out with him. And in the beginning, when you first met me, I said, "Hey, January, this time is where I have more free time," and that's kind of where we became friends.
Yeah.
Because I had that free time, but now
yeah.
that the season of where my work kind of like goes
Yeah,
up.
oh, yeah, it goes up.
I can't do anything. And as far as like when it came down to the pod, like I said, it was more of their idea than my idea. I already had my stuff going on.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
I had it where in my head they were going to be the ones leading the pod. They were
Yeah.
going to be the ones creating the pod.
yeah, because I mean, judging by the name, I mean, you could tell that it's gonna be like high energy. You know, like,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
could tell. But I mean, I'm sure like you were probably like, yeah, we're not meeting that. We're not meeting that expectation.
Yeah.
Right.
It was fun. He had his position in the show where, for me, it just comedically was allowed to just have fun. He was fun to pick on. He said some funny
yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
You know, it allowed me to be fully what I can be with
Yeah, yeah.
comedy. You know,
Gotcha.
I get
yeah.
you,
But when somebody goes, I don't want to play ball no more. Because I don't want to play,
Yeah.
and that just makes me go,
Yeah,
oh,
so
what happened?
like overall, like at the end of the day, like I think
That's just me, personally.
everyone has their own path of life that they want to take, and I think at a certain point he started to notice that it wasn't with the team anymore, and we noticed it before he noticed it, and when I noticed it, it was more off of like you're not doing what you say, because that is a big thing for me. Like the whole value of a friend is you're gonna actually respect my time, you're gonna respect what you're telling me that you're gonna do, but if
Right.
you don't do it, and especially the time that I don't have right now, and I'm giving it to you, and you're not respecting it, of course, the energy for me giving it to that person is not being received the way that I want it to be received,
Right,
and he's
right,
not
right.
he's not reciprocating that energy back, and that's kind of where I guess the path of the rhythm when it came down to the pod, because now I started to communicate more with Enrique rather than the team. It's more like I'm now going and doing the telephone thing because they were no longer talking as far as like as a team. They were, hey, what do you think about this? And then the other and then I would have to talk to him, and then he would say something, and then I'll talk to Rams.
Oh, wow,
and it just
man.
became where I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened.
right.
And like I said, for me, it was
Something happened.
Yeah.
no, when it came down to me, it was more of just like, okay, a transition happened with himself overall, and I don't want to put in too much of his business out there, but like I said, everyone has their own path of life to take, and everyone's trying to figure out the best path to take. And like I said, for him, it wasn't with us anymore. Now, of course, I do know a lot more as far as like the equivalence, as far as like how it all aspired and where it came from and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, he's his own person, and I'm just gonna always respect that. And once again, it's vice versa. You know, like I see him as a friend. We'll talk every now and then. He'll come up and call me every now and then. And I'll answer him like, hey, what's going on? What's up? And he'll tell me certain things. I'm like, okay, cool. But like I said, it just so happened that if you're gonna spend time with me, it's for a purpose. You know, and that the purpose was met. We're a podcast. Where this is the time that I'm giving now. So put everything that you can. And then when I started to notice, like I said, I think you guys started changing your schedules. That's kind of how it started.
Oh, really?
The shift.
Kicked it off.
Yeah, it kind of started with the
bad,
sorry guys.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Yeah, and it was just that one thing. It was like that, and then also him not running the 2 miles, you know, that kind of thing. That kind of started like
The challenge.
the equivalence of like certain things. Like I said,
Yeah, I did see that. He
like,
did not. He didn't run
he
that.
did. He ran like 1 mile.
Mother.
Man.
Yeah. So like I said, like the equivalence to me for like me to give you all my energy, it's like you have to lead it into,
You know,
whatever you say you have to do, even if
exactly.
it's something stupid.
And
wow.
that applies to anything, honestly. Like especially like even if it was like something like not even a podcast, like a business. You know, like if you're gonna partner up, you know, like of course everybody, you know, they sign their contract, you know, they say, oh, we're gonna split this 50-50, so therefore we're gonna put 50-50 effort. So like whatever you don't put in, I'm gonna, you know, cover the rest. You know, like so that therefore you guys, you know, came to that agreement, and you know maybe you know. You guys felt like not everybody was putting in
the same page,
But I mean, because honestly, like we kind of had a slump of our own at a certain time, and we kind of had a meeting. We had a meeting, so like we had to do what we can, so that way we can make sure that we're back on track.
Right.
Because
it was something we couldn't fix. Right.
Yeah, and then like me and Anthony, like we started communicating within each other, and we were like, all right, you know, this we got to talk. All of us. Like we got to talk because like in the end we're a team. You know, so like therefore we all have to like be on the same page in order to make something work out.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and I agree.
Or maybe he got too much on his plate too. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like that's why, like when it comes to like business stuff and all that, like your outside your life aside from the business. You kind of have to try your best to not mix them in with each other.
1,000%.
Or else it's just all going to fall off because when you're building a business, you have to try your best to remove a lot of distractions.
Right.
Yeah,
or else you're not going to flourish. You know?
No, I agree. I agree.
So distracted, so clouded mind.
Yeah. You can't be yourself when all that shit's happening. You know?
Yeah, and like I said, it was just the equivalence of little things that started happening, like the whole changing of the schedule. You know, all of a sudden he doesn't want to do certain things that he's telling me that he's doing, and like at first I'm like taking it as a joke, like, oh, okay, cool, like maybe next time just try your best, whatever. Like always just positive reinforcement first, but after a while it just becomes like, what am I doing? Like, and I was asking myself that question, like, what am I doing, and what is the reason? And I don't like this feeling that I'm having that I'm not creating
emotionally.
You know, like,
Wow.
I'm not creating it. Someone else is bringing it in, and then that's like I said, I know how to communicate with people. So I like you guys. I started bringing them together. I'm like, okay, we need to talk this out. We need to see what's going on. And of course, things were said. Okay, we're all positive and energy again, and once again, it just dies off throughout the week. Once again, what you're kind of equivalating as far as like the week and the path and the life outside the business. And I think that's where the separation wasn't, or I guess he wasn't able to do because he was still bringing in whatever he was carrying. And because he was changing, he didn't like that change. You know, the change of like humor, the change of energy. I'm like, okay, he was feeling it, but he wasn't communicating. I was communicating, but there was still something.
There was no feeling.
There were still pieces missing.
Right.
You know, and I was now doing the phone calls, like, "Hey, we're like," and it was just like a lot of work.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, bro.
That's not good. That's not how it should operate. Like, especially if you guys are like a group of people. You know? I know there's been like rock bands that fight over each other and shit. Like, fucking historically.
It happens
make some great music and shit.
Happens.
We've all dealt with that, but I think with Rams here now, like at Shade of Brown, I mean, now, like in the past, like few months, like we've shared the same goals. Now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now we've finally like, all right, dude, or us, let's we have this goal here, and we all like are on board with it.
Yeah,
because it was shaky. I would
Yeah.
agree.
Well, the thing is
Yeah.
that anything that you start is always going to be harder than the things that you already started a while ago. Because
Yeah,
the start
yeah.
of something is hard.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're starting to build a new brand. You're starting to build new categories of how to flow things, and you need to meet new people. You're basically trying to grow a platform that
Yeah.
no one knows
Yeah.
yet, and it's so hard. And I think like I said, when it comes to certain things, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. It is in my back of my head. I'm like, this is hard. Like this is tough, but it is what it is. This is how a business grows. But once again,
right.
he's busy with other stuff. He has a shade of brown. You guys already have momentum going,
Right,
so
right.
it's easy for
That's his
that.
baby,
You know,
yeah.
it's easy to him just to say, okay, I just want to stick to this because
yeah.
it's already there for me. But for this, I'm like, now I have to grow a new friendship. Now I have to grow
a lot
new
of work.
energy.
It's a lot of
it's a
energy.
lot more, and I think it's a certain type of person that needs to understand, is this the path that I want to take right now, or is this the path that I can't take right now? And like I said, it was just not for him at this moment, and it is what it is. Like mad respect to your brother, because
Yeah.
like I said, I care about this guy a lot, and
yeah,
I'm always going to care about
He
him
was cool,
because
man.
we became
It was
friends
great.
quick.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
me and that guy became friends
Yeah, he liked him a
really
lot.
quick, you know.
Yeah.
But once again, it's just the time that I have for myself. I can't really put it into other people right now,
Right,
especially right now because I'm an independent, business.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
got your
I
own
have
shit going.
to take care of my business.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I was super excited for you guys too, because like the thing is though, like it would have been really good because like
toxic.
it would have been a form of networking in a way, because like
Oh,
think
yeah.
about it, like really we're like the only really
Big
kinda
ones, I guess.
big ones, I guess, like in the AV,
Yeah.
like and if we all like kind of like
Yeah.
worked with each other, we
Bruh.
probably would have built something, because like you see like how out there in the IE,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
and they're all like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
connected.
And they're all pretty much
Yeah.
connected. And then
Yeah.
like with us, we probably like we could probably do
Yeah,
something
exactly.
about
we
that.
are
you know,
doing
like,
that right now. That's
Yeah.
what we're doing right now.
Yeah, that's why me and Anthony are right here.
Yeah.
Doing the legwork here.
Yeah, because
Damn.
we didn't forget about y'all. We didn't forget about
All
y'all.
right,
You guys
all right.
invited us here,
Yeah.
or you did, and then we
Yeah.
all grouped
Yeah.
in. You-
And that's kind of how it grew. Literally, the reason why I know Enrique, the reason why I
Oh,
know
yeah.
you is literally that what you guys said, that equivalence
That
of
chain reaction.
teamwork.
Boom,
Like
boom, boom.
growing each other. And I get it. It's just circumstances happen. Like
It
Yeah, I
is
mean-
what it is.
yeah, it is
but
what it is.
Honestly, like even aside from all that, like we can still make something happen.
Oh, for
Like,
sure,
Yeah.
1,000%.
we still can.
1,000%.
Like if you guys want
Wanna hop in?
We're gonna just jump on.
whenever, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you guys know that we're here to help you guys
Oh,
out.
for sure.
too,
Thank you.
like whenever.
It's really
Yeah.
nice, man.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
You could hug Enrique later. Don't hug
We'll
him.
hug it out later. Yeah.
Yeah, I see Enrique tearing
Little
up
tears,
right now.
man.
He's tearing up.
I can
my
just
God.
feel Ramsey crying right now as he was listening to this.
It was like, oh man, I should have said something.
My own brother.
I did kind of hear the
Beyond
segment.
people.
I did kind of hear the segment where he kind of spoke about it because he sent it to me. He's like, hey, he kind of spoke about it, but like I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
it was just a little bit of a rant where he was just kind of citing the church. And I'm like, bro, that had nothing to do with what we're kind of, what
Oh
happened.
yeah, he
you know?
did mention it on the show.
That's what he said. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I was gonna be busy with the church. I'm like, okay, that's just a small snippet.
Me and Anthony were like,
Yeah, you didn't buy that, man.
It's
Yeah.
cool, man. We're gonna go to GTM and get the shoes.
You know what? That's why I appreciate your shows. I like the genuine reaction.
Come on
now.
You guys don't fake it. You guys like,
No,
no, what the
why?
hell are you talking about, man?
If it didn't work out, just say it
Yeah.
didn't. What the
yeah,
fuck? Otherwise-
it gets real. I like that. You break the
Yeah,
barrier.
yeah.
You're like, no, we're not here to fuck
Because
around.
like, what's the most important thing is to keep the community, So
Exactly.
like, that's what we're here for.
Big
you know?
time.
Yeah, exactly. And we're like you said, we're a small town. We
Yeah.
have to support one another. Oh
yeah.
and that's all it really is.
AV's the #1 podcast. I'm just like,
Apparently, man. I didn't even say that
don't.
shit.
And here's the thing:
I
that
know.
comedy,
funny, dude.
right there, that was what kind of he didn't like. Because he takes your pot so seriously
He does.
that when it's said like that, even if it's a joke, because he had said it once on a story,
It's like, hey, what you say, dog?
and then all of a sudden, like we thought it was one of you guys.
Never.
yeah, we thought it was you guys
Never.
responding
We
back.
all-
Oh yeah, they think they're the best.
And we're like, the same person that was in the
people
video
speak for itself.
is
you know?
talking about himself, and I'm like, what? Okay, that's
got a
where
little weird.
that's where I kind of see the disconnect. That disconnect of like humor. Like, okay, we're being humorous, you know, like we're just starting
we saw
off,
that.
you know,
We knew that.
like we're just starting off, you know, like of course, you know, like I said, like the question, you know, like
I was like, what's going on?
yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
yeah, he would tell like he always hits me up like
Yeah.
privately like, hey bro, did you fucking put that shit?
Yeah,
I was like, bro, you know,
yeah,
me,
because
dog.
like I don't want people because all
Yeah.
right, think about it. We have other people that are following
Yeah,
us, like
exactly.
other podcasts.
Yeah, bro.
And then, like if they see that, they're gonna like, what the heck, like what is this?
Exactly. I'm like,
and I was just like, all right, man, like I need to get to the bottom of
Yeah,
this because
yeah,
like I
yeah.
need to find out
Yeah.
what the hell is going on in this.
yeah, he was yeah.
no, yeah.
You got a wild card.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Like I caught on right away. Like as far as like I already knew it wasn't you guys. I didn't even question him as far as if it was him, and he questioned me like, "Hey, who do you think?" I'm like, "Bro, who do you think?"
Honestly, you know what I thought it was him. Like again with GTM, I thought he was messaging himself.
He was.
Oh,
he
oh,
was.
he was?
He was.
He's a genius. He's just a fucking.
Oh,
He
damn.
was.
He tricked me. He fucking
Damn.
tricked me. Okay.
He was. I'm like, he was playing the third party.
We've been bamboozled.
Yeah, like
Wow.
I was like, oh, there's a PR person in their group and doing all this
Wow.
stuff.
Hey, Rams is gonna see this.
Yeah,
and-
he's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Hey
Yeah.
guys, really?
Yeah, I could hear it.
You guys gonna get a lecture here.
Anywho.
How dare you not go
Yeah.
without me?
Yeah, no, it's just we needed to know. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
guess we're done here. No, I'm just kidding.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it is what it is. You know, like I said, it's just the path that certain people take, and you know, like decisions have to be made. You know, like in the healthiest way. And like I said, at this point, like I'm so cool with everybody.
Yeah, I think
You know?
I think what you think this was the best move that could have happened to you guys. What do you think?
I think it was a big thing
like-
for me as far as like how it happened.
It was
Just-
it was unfortunate, but as far as like how you guys are right now, you think it's better.
I
see it.
I think so. I
see
think
it.
so. You know,
I
like
mean-
I think just because it's healthy.
And
you know, like
you know what?
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
say
what all
this.
it
I'm
is.
gonna say this. I think it's better with him being focused over in our end.
Yeah.
Yeah, with us
Yeah.
because like like if he has a lot on his plate, like I guess like being with us, like it's kind of like what he's able to do
Exactly.
right now in the
Exactly.
moment because like I don't know what he has going on, honestly. Like I'm gonna be real.
I
He's my
do.
brother and all,
I know-
but
I know
like,
everything.
we don't really like talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But like I feel like I do see it that he is kind of like starting to put more focus with
Yeah,
Shada
yeah,
Brown,
yeah.
which is good too because like we started this a while back and everything, and then like when me and Anthony noticed that we were hitting a slump, now he's being
Refocused, yeah.
reeled back in,
Back the
in
old
with us,
Rams.
like. And he's becoming the old Ramsey
Yeah.
now, which is good. Which is what we were like, hey man, what the hell? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, and I think he felt the pressure from us as far as like because my thing is like I'll respect your time, but respect my time. That's as far as like communication goes. Like when you guys changed it, I'm like, all right, well, could you at least give us a week to
Yeah,
adjust?
yeah, yeah.
It was just so random for us. It was like, okay, I'm not gonna be there tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
I'm
not
like, oh come on, bro. Like,
I'm not even gonna put the blame on that dude. I'll just the way he was saying it was just like, oh yeah, these guys are they're willing to work with me and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I was like, okay, cool.
yeah.
yeah.
Which
can change
is
it.
which is true. Like we are always willing to work around each other's schedule, just respect each other's time. Like, and then of course I would text him like, okay, what? Because he said I'm gonna ask them if we could do it on Tuesdays because originally we had it on Fridays and you guys had it on Mondays.
Oh yeah, we did. And the big reason why did we change it on Monday,
Work.
bro?
It would have to be something with work, and then also guests. You guys wanted the
yes.
guests to stay and all this other
that's
stuff.
right. Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
all right, cool. If it works for you guys, fine. But once again, it just happened randomly for us, where there was nothing said besides, hey, this is how it's gonna be. I'm like, okay, well, should you cannot communicate with us and see how our schedule works? Besides
He's
making
probably pressured by both of us.
yeah, and that's what I mean. It's just
unfair.
like,
It's
and
unfair.
like I said, if the respect is there when it comes to communication, it would have been just met neutral. Like, okay, it is what
Life
it is. You know?
pressure. You got two guys telling you it's just a lot of pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
I told him too. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know why you're doing that podcast, dog. I told his ass.
Hey, bro, you're putting too much on your
I
plate.
told him. I
Yeah,
told-
yeah.
But it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
And I kind of saw it right away too. Like, okay, how much could a person balance certain
That's
things?
it's
You know,
a
that kind of
lot.
thing.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Podcast is a lot of work.
Yeah,
man.
and that's what
it
what
is.
I said when we went out to eat. We all know how hard this is.
Yeah.
Like I said no to it.
Straight up.
Yeah, Ramses had said, let's start a podcast, just me and him, a long time ago, before Enrique was even involved. And I said, no, I am way too busy. But then we went out to eat, and then Enrique brought it up. He's like, we should start our own podcast. And then, of course, Ramses was there. He then started pushing. He's like, yeah, let's do it.
He was on fire, dude. He was on fire.
Three Musketeers. Over
Yeah,
there.
and I told him, I basically told him, like, I'm too busy. I could provide the time and the space, but I can't do editing. I can't do anything else because I'm busy. But I was 100% honest with everybody in that whole
You
meeting.
did the editing.
No, he does the editing.
You did the editing.
you know, it was him, and then I think he did the audio or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He was doing the audio,
Yeah.
uploading it, and also uploading to other
the real reason why like I was kind of wanting to ask this too is because like I saw you guys' other episode with
Pancho.
Pancho, yeah.
Dude.
I remember like he brought it up,
Yeah.
and then I watched the entire episode. And
I never
then-
was brought up.
He never brought it up.
He never brought it up.
He forgot, bro.
He forgot.
I was excited.
Yeah,
It was
a good
clickbait.
episode,
It was
by the way.
clickbait, bro.
It was a great episode, by the way. That shit is-
Yeah, how was it? Like well,
experience?
meeting him. Like,
Oh,
you know,
he's
like,
such a good guy, bro.
Yeah, I met him
Such a
before.
good
Yeah,
guy.
you said you worked with him, right?
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah, I hope
so.
he comes back with his other co-host.
Oh, shit, that could be crazy.
That would be awesome.
That'd be really
the,
cool.
The guy is amazing. Like, very good communicator.
Oh, yeah.
You know, good when it comes to like humor. Like, he's
Yeah.
just on it. Like, I'm like, bro, it's so
Good-
easy to
solid
have-
episode.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
really
thank you.
Solid
Good,
episode.
yeah, good
Thank you.
episode, guys.
Yeah, as far as Pancho goes, like definitely he's always invited, and of course whatever he does next, I'll definitely support in any way that
Support the
I
homies.
can. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as like any other questions when it comes to that, I guess.
Rams. I'm good.
Yeah. That was
I'm
everything?
good. You know, like we can probably just.
We're one to call him right now. Hey, do
just
you want to come?
switch it
Hey, just let you know, we dropped a bombshell.
Now we
Nuke.
know everything.
Send
You're
a
done
picture-
out here, dog.
Send a picture of all of
We'll
us.
do a live right now.
All of us together.
You
bro.
done fucked up.
You blackballed.
Yeah.
Is that we got recruited? Like
GTM.
All the Vivas Coel was like, I can't believe it. I can't believe those motherfuckers.
Damn. That's
Yeah.
funny.
I thought he was top G. He ain't nothing but.
Yeah.
But a hound dog? Okay.
Oh, what about the question about the morning thing that you guys mentioned?
What?
The GTM in the morning?
morning.
The whole thing, because you guys
You said you
questioned
removed it?
Yeah, we removed
Why?
it. Because it was so dumb, bro. Like,
Little bit.
that was the dumbest thing I've ever
GTM
heard.
in the morning.
Oh, like,
in the
I
morning.
liked
In
it.
the morning.
I thought it was supposed to be funny on purpose.
No.
I thought it was creative.
No one ever told me about that.
It was a random thing.
It was literally written on our everything. I'm like, when did this happen?
I ran with it. Fuck it.
sounds
GTM
dope.
in the morning.
But once again, it was their thing. Remember, I was just there for the
Oh.
ride.
He just
Yeah.
showed up.
I feel like Irvin is like this was originally his idea, but he just realized what it was, and he's just like, no, actually, it was all.
These guys fucked it up.
yeah.
These
Yeah.
guys.
He's-
fucking-
We,
I had
I
to,
kicked out
I had
Rams.
to recreate, bro, quick. I'm like, oh no.
That's
Like,
so fucking
conversation
funny. You know,
here is not going nowhere.
we had such a blast. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
From the first, maybe from the second episode
to the sixth.
to the sixth episode, what a blast.
Yeah.
It was a blast. It was
Yeah.
such, I laughed and
Yeah.
like I never laughed before. He told stories that he never told people before. And it was
Yeah.
such a fun, magical moment. I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is going to rock,
right,
man.
right.
And it just started becoming something else. Our fishing episode was, you know.
That was
It was
lit.
weak.
The what? I liked it.
That was disgusting, bro.
Well, I mean, the energy was. I would talk. I'm an energy guy. I could feel the
Okay.
unease.
No, I can tell.
If you,
can tell.
Yeah. If you feel unease in some way, whether with me or him or anybody, I could feel it, the uncomfortability. So,
Okay.
and that. I'm learning how to still play, keep going,
Yeah.
being myself
yeah.
without letting that affect me. But it's hard, you know. What I
Yeah, he's
mean?
emotional.
No.
I'm an emotional man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Everyone is.
I'm a moon ring. You
I
know?
mean,
He's
that's your niche.
Yeah.
you know?
that's my niche.
Well,
I
he's
guess.
an artist. He's an artist. That's how
Right,
he
yeah,
expresses
yeah.
himself, you know.
Through the
Which
feel, yeah.
that's what we talk about. Like, I know how he makes a conversation, you know, and that's kind of where like, okay, now we have to start doing segments. Now we have to start doing props. Now we have to start doing little characters. And that's
Now I
but
see it.
once again, I had to play off of what he's already providing and then make the best out of it.
Beautiful.
And in the beginning it was more off of it was them. You know, and I'm like,
Gotcha.
okay, I need to make sure that this is organized because I started
Yeah.
to notice I'm like,
It was just like
I don't know what this is yet.
It was
you
a
know?
Rubik's cube.
Yeah.
So at the time, so with working with me and Irvin together, it's just been organizing and putting the that little blocks together and put all the, or, you know,
Removing the stickers and put him.
yeah, removing the stickers.
Okay, cool. No, yeah, you can definitely see. Now I see the chemistry.
Yeah.
I see it. Hell yeah, guys.
It's it's a pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
It's
and we're having fun.
And
We're definitely having
and
fun.
this is the beginning. You know what I mean? Like,
Hell yeah.
imagine when it's fully
Bro.
Yeah.
becomes fully what it is.
Yeah,
right
we
now,
have so many
I mean,
ideas.
you guys
We
are
have
still
so
starting
many.
out.
Yeah,
you
That's
know,
what I'm
like,
saying.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what you guys really have going for you is the production,
Brother, this
which
shit is clean.
I know. The production's key. Yeah,
Motherfucker, you got the Joe Rogan mics.
Yeah, but also
got
it's just the
cameras,
content,
man.
the conversations.
Like,
People can have the coolest shit, but you guys have the boring fucking conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't watching that shit. You know
Definitely
what I
not.
mean? I mean, that's how it works. You know?
Yeah.
This
You're
does
right,
look
you're right.
pretty. But
Yeah.
hey, not only we giving you pretty, but
Yeah, it
having a
has to
good
be
conversation.
entertainment. Yeah, it has to be entertainment.
Right.
Yeah, but we're getting there. Right now, I'm having a lot of fun. I know he's having a lot of fun because we're
Beautiful.
literally just kind of going back and forth as far as like, hey, what else could we do? And just like scratch paper. Like right now, we're just going right now, and we're enjoying it. You know, like, and now we're bringing in guests like you guys.
Yeah.
You know, Poncho, and we're gonna have more guests next week.
Beautiful.
Which I'm enjoying more because I'm more used to that type of podcast.
Having a conversation with somebody else does make it like it shows out like the like when we
Personal.
have when we have interviews and stuff like that in our podcast, it's the better episode. I don't know why.
It's one of our top like higher view episodes.
Every time we have someone
because
on.
whenever it's just us three, I notice that the numbers aren't really up there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, hey, like we still bring in the we still bring in the heat. You know, like,
No, we
like,
do.
still do.
There's some times where like our videos on ourselves they don't perform as well,
Yeah.
but like I do like talking to new people because
Yeah.
then new shit happens.
Yeah, new stories.
Exactly.
Different minds, you know,
Yeah,
like
different ideas,
experiences.
exactly.
I
you know,
get tired of talking to school like every week.
It's just the
you know, like-
excitement of like you're
A new
excited,
person.
new person, that the
Right.
dopamine rush,
Yeah.
Right.
nervousness.
Yeah. Yeah, but
It's
when
cool.
it comes to me and him, I'm learning like we have to be better as far as like just us
Same.
two.
Yeah.
And that's work. That's literally work. The whole
Bro.
communicating with the interview, it's fun, it's easy.
It's probably the
For me.
easiest part.
For me, that's the easiest part to do.
It's flowing.
But he's more of a character, energy.
Yeah.
He needs segments. He needs like, and
wanna
that's kind
have
of
fun.
where
I wanna have fun.
I need
It's a show.
I need to feed it in. Like,
You're
okay, like
right.
that's what we are gonna do.
Entertainment.
Right.
You know,
Yes,
I
it's a
dig
show.
it, man. I
Yeah.
dig it.
but we're definitely getting our system going. But like I said, I'm the business guy overall. Like I literally took over. Like if there's a contract, I'm taking over the contract. Like you have to understand, you're good
Yeah.
at certain things. I'm good at certain things. But
No
we just
dis- yeah, no
the
res- no
purpose
disrespect
is
taken
to
here.
literally just elevate what this is and the best way that it can. And if you're good at, I'm going to tell you right away, you're better at this than me. Like there are certain things I'll literally just push it onto him. Like, let's do it again. I know you could do it. Let's do it again, bro. And that's what it is. Like I know I could do it, but it's not going to come off as authentic because it's not me. Like I'm not trying to be him. He is who he is already, and I want him to be the better version of that. And that's what we're just working on right now. Like it's literally just in the podcast.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
I think we hit a point right now recently that it's unraveling. It's
Yeah.
That's good. No,
yeah.
like, I see it.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, like my wife, she watches you guys.
Yeah.
episodes.
Hey, I see it.
You know, then, like,
She's always saying,
I'm
bro,
surprised.
they're fucking cool. They're
I'm
just-
surprised,
She's
bro.
always saying
Because
Very
we say
supportive,
some, we say some greasy stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And then
I was like,
she
dude.
tells me, she points out stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I really like this. I
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
and that." I take notes. I'm like,
I'm telling you, we're learning from y'all too.
Please,
Like,
please,
real.
please tell
Yeah.
me more. You know,
100%.
like,
All right.
all right.
Okay.
okay.
No,
Cool.
she's cool. Like I've gone to talk to her a couple times. I know she's tried to do her own podcast. I know she uploaded.
She's been building her own.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard it. You know, like,
Yeah, I did hear the audio version. I think that's the one that she
I
has.
think it's all audio. Like
Okay.
she wants to do something like this, but you know she is trying to figure out how to take that next step. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far
Yeah.
as like the concept of the podcast is, there's a lot of ways to make it easier on her, where she's not having to literally just build this whole thing, where she could still have friends over at, even the way that she did it before, where she could just set up a phone and a tripod like how you guys used to do it.
Yeah.
And then now there's lavalier mics that you can now connect two at a time on
Oh,
a
yeah.
phone,
That's right.
and now just use a
Damn.
stick. You know, like now there's like selfies, not the selfie sticks, but the actual sticks for the actual microphones,
Right.
and make it look like it's an actual microphone, and they could just be holding it, or if not, actually do it on a mic stand, and there you go. There's two mics, and there's your camera.
Boom.
That's all you really need.
pretty.
It's,
Yeah.
it's possible, everybody.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
possible.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do hope that she actually tries to do it, because I have noticed that there's not a lot of girl podcasters
Nah.
at this
You don't-
moment. It's
You
all
don't think so?
not,
mean-
as overall, there's more male podcasts that I know of. I know a couple that are female driven, but as far as like in general, there's more male.
I feel like a female podcast, like they would have a lot better stuff to talk about.
Bro, I'd
Yeah.
fucking engage. What about
Yeah.
a female GTM?
It's because like
I think there is.
Oh, there is?
I think
with
there is.
Shade
There is.
Brown, we have some topics, and we're just like, nah, you know what?
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about this because we need a girl.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
you know.
And we've tried to get females on this podcast. I think we have our first one next week. Hopefully she'll come through. Like I said, we had our first guest that was a female, and that's kind of where our idea was. Like, we don't want to just talk about them; we want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the whole concept of GTM. We're good toxic men. We're going to talk about toxic things, but we also want to talk to the person. And of course, we are talking about them, but I want to talk to them, and see, hey, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to challenge, and that's what I need. I need a challenge because that's what I like.
Right.
Yeah, hey, and women are good at that, bro. They're good at that. So.
True.
Yeah. So they're definitely more than welcome on GTM, but like right now we're just kind of building the rhythm, and we do have someone coming through.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, like I said, I hope she does come or I hope she actually starts her pod and just gets her friends like you guys, like it's fun, like
It is.
it's
No, it's
an
really-
excuse to just hang out,
It's an experience too.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. You get to see a different side too. You know?
Like thought process,
Right.
and then they're learning as far as like the way that they're thinking too, because other people are kind of like
Challenging.
challenging. I'm like, oh, critical thinking. I'm like,
Right.
I didn't have this throughout the day.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. Well, thank you for your wife for listening, because I do see her following. I do see her
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
stories.
She's very supportive.
Oh, thank you.
Very
Well,
supportive. Yeah.
well, tell her thank you. She should have came.
She's like one of those.
Yeah, that'd
she's
be
like one of
cool.
those proud moms. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time, when you guys grow, she's gonna be like, I knew them when they were at 10K.
When we're 100.
I was their first follower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, speaking of followers, dude, we got to give our followers a prize.
Oh shit! Yeah, we do.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Right now.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
So we are giving away a Yosabo game.
A Yo Sabo game.
Of course, the challenge was we were supposed to hit 100 by a certain date. Of course, we didn't hit it. We almost got to there. We finally hit the 100.
We hit 101 today.
Yeah, 100 on
Oh,
one.
wow.
So the challenge was that we were supposed to hit 100 by, I think,
August
the
25th.
The 25th?
Of August, yeah.
Okay. So the challenge was we're going to give away the Yosabo game. And also, if we didn't hit it, which we didn't, we're going to throw Enrique into an ice bath. So
cold.
we're going to vlog that pretty soon.
Wait, you're gonna do both?
What do you mean?
The giveaway and the fucking ice?
Yeah.
Why? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Just do one.
No.
We want-
we
Hey,
want to
Content, bro.
I love it. I love it.
I like it. I like it.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
So we have the actual
I'm
game
throwing
out
you an
there.
ice.
Yeah.
You ain't doing shit.
So we have all the followers that have been following us
drop?
currently.
It was a lot of people, man.
Did you
Yeah.
drop one? I think you dropped.
Yeah, you dropped a couple, bro.
I don't know.
I picked
He's losing people,
Give
bro.
them a chance.
Hey, no, they lost. They
They're all here,
they
guys.
fucking up, guys.
They're all here. They're all here.
He wanted to do it analog. I wanted to do it through an app, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
do
all
a
right.
fucking
All right.
wheel, dog. Get with the
Hey,
program.
He's like, no, I want to feel the
I want
winner.
to feel the winner.
You know,
Oh,
you know
that's
what you
beautiful.
should have done? You should have put all the names right here on a dartboard.
Oh, yeah,
blindfold.
make holds in my
Yeah.
wall, bro.
Yeah, just for just one hole.
You know what? We
Yeah.
might have that for the next one. Then. We're gonna do that. We'll take that
It's the
idea.
TV. I'm like, bro, that's not even a wall.
Imagine the fuck.
All right, everybody.
All
There we
right,
go.
you guys. Who is the
Wow.
winner?
Who's the winner? Who's the lucky winner? Chicken dinner.
Yosabo.
Yo Sabo. Here we go, everybody.
Anticipation, bro.
scary.
I'm excited.
It might be me.
Who is it, Enrique? Dun dun.
Besos Music.
Besos Music.
Beso Music.
All right, Besos Music. We're gonna DM you,
We're gonna
and
DM
hopefully you're around this area. If you're not, we will ship it to you.
Yes,
Wow.
Beso Music.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You got a Yosabo
He got,
game.
yeah, he's a Spanish speaker here. Besos. Yo Sabo.
Well, thank you for following
Yes.
the pod.
Wow.
And we will be doing other giveaways. We'll probably give away his shirt next. So
Sign it,
stay tuned.
please.
Sign it. Spray paint him.
Run a mile in it first, and then
Run those 2 miles, bro. I'm so owed 2 miles.
For
I am
real.
never
I can't
gonna,
believe
I'm
that
never gonna
shit.
forget. Did he
Yeah.
tell you he ran them?
I think he did. He's like, yeah, bro, I was so tired that day.
Oh, my
I was like,
goodness.
this
Oh my
motherfucker.
goodness. He tried. He
Wow.
tried. I was like,
2
"Whoa."
miles, dog.
Yeah, he owes me 2 miles.
2 miles.
Watch the vlog, man.
lot.
I thought he
a
finished it the
lot.
way it looked like it. No,
No, we try to make him look
It's a
good.
lot.
We try to make him look.
3 miles.
You saw it?
Shit, dude.
Yeah. Like I saw you like with the camera, like
Yeah.
In the car and shit.
Yeah, I was trying to follow him. It was good. It was good. It was
Yeah,
a
I
fun
wasn't
experience.
sprinting.
Yeah,
I was literally just.
you guys went to those houses right there, like right on Division, no?
No, we went
Yeah.
from here down that way by the freeway.
Go to the
okay.
bridge.
Yeah, by the
It
park.
looked like over there.
Yeah, no.
And then we went
Yeah.
to that park over there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're walking most of the time, you know. But, you know, like the idea for me, it's like at least try.
I'm not gonna lie,
Like-
running is not my strong.
Yeah. But once again, if you would have completed by walking, it would have been more meaningful to me. Like you at least trying to at least do it because you said you did it. I'm like, okay, respect for that. I know
Yeah.
you're not going to run it because you're not a runner.
Right.
But again, you know, like saying I'm not going to do it and then say I did it like that. I'm like, okay, that's too much.
Brother.
Yeah.
Need that one. Oh, brother.
These conversations are coming to you by the Shade of Brown.
Hey, how's it going?
Sorry.
Yeah,
not
these are the
sorry.
questions, bro.
I love it. You
Hey,
know,
this is a brother that's asking,
Bro.
so I'm just
This
answering.
Look, man, I just wanted to get to the bottom of this. Like,
and we're, part of our podcast, we're genuine, bro. You know,
You're- oh,
Yeah,
are you?
we're
Are you?
transparent.
Trans-
yeah,
Transparency.
like with us, like me and Anthony, like we're the type of guys that we don't care. You know, like we're just like oh okay, you know what? Like we'll get to it. We'll find out.
Yeah. Or if I
One way
fuck
or
up,
another.
I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, like we let each other know, all of us. Like
Okay,
we call
so
each other out.
having that you guys are asking us like deep questions as far as like within the pod, could I ask you guys something within the three of you guys?
Okay.
As far as like the energy goes within the three of you, because I know you guys are best friends as far as like from I think elementary or junior high
middle school, middle
Okay,
school.
middle school.
You know what? I'll be honest, best friends.
He's your BFF.
I don't know about that, but yeah, we're really good friends.
Okay,
What's the
really
question?
good friends.
best
Yes.
friends.
Yeah, best friends. All right. So as far
bestest.
as like you guys have the camaraderie, as far as like already built up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, do you kind of feel like there is that lingering of energy between just what you guys have, and I guess he's almost like the third wheel that wants to be in that.
Wow.
But because it's built
Damn.
through time, it's almost impossible because there is
Really? Y'all see that?
because there is an age gap. There's an
There's
age
an
gap.
age gap.
You know, there's experiences of like you guys, you know, have moment stories of like younger ages that you guys
Yeah.
could actually look back on without even saying like, oh, do you? And you're already laughing, you know, that kind of thing.
We went through some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but
Yeah, I
now
got
that
history.
but
Like,
once
yeah.
again, you guys have this, you know, like this pact, you know, like this two thing going on, and now you have Rams.
I think he's telling us to start our own podcast.
This guy. Honestly, well, you want to answer this first? Go ahead. I'll let you answer this first because it's your brother.
Yeah, because it's brother
He's your brother. Man.
You know what? Because he's my brother, you should answer.
All
it
right, bet.
first.
Okay, so
sleeping outside.
I asked the other question.
yeah, like honestly, I don't think so. Like me and him have the best. We know this. Like we all know. Like everybody that watches the pod, they tell me, you and this guy, there's a dynamic.
Yeah.
You guys
I'm
are
like, well,
homies, yeah.
Well, no
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
This guy, I grew up with him. You know. With Rams, what I like about him a lot though is that he's the one that low key started this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
He's the one that
Take the
he
step.
produces everything. Even the topics, like most, not I wouldn't say most, but like he does a great part of what we talk about. Does he bounce with us 100%? Probably not, but I see him laughing at the shit
He
I say.
tries.
Okay.
No, and he tries his best
Yeah.
because, like, I mean, it is tough, bro. Because like there is a big
Age
age
gap.
gap
Yeah.
too. So like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I see him trying.
There's-
Yeah.
You know, that's
Keep going.
Sorry, what is this?
We're gonna zoom in right now.
Keep going, man. You see him try?
I don't know what the fuck
trying,
I got to
bro.
do.
He's trying.
Get into
tries,
your
guys.
get into
Get into it, man. He's
deeper.
trying. He's
No,
trying.
no.
take him back.
yeah, trying.
Come on, man. Let it go. Let it out. Let it out.
Let it happen, bro.
Sorry. Let it happen, man.
No, like
We're going viral.
like
Yeah.
he's I can't concentrate with this fucking talk.
He was talking.
He was talking, man. You let him talk, man.
I was able to do it.
Keep going.
He was talking about his feelings.
Ramsey's what, man?
Just give him a chance.
Just give him a chance.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Keep going.
Keep going, man.
Yeah.
Oh wait, me?
Yeah.
Express what you got to
that
say,
shit
man.
was so funny.
All right. You know what, guys? I do see that he's putting in the effort.
Oh, there you go.
And you
feel
know
it.
what, guys? I feel like
Is it hard just to connect with your own brother, dude? It's like, I mean, he's there. He's there, but is he really there? You know what I'm saying?
he was never there.
He was never there.
Damn.
It's because you left.
Oh my god.
Well, you consider.
I'm not gonna lie to you though, like, you know, since this emotional music is playing right now, I am feeling a little deep. I'm not gonna lie, it is tough sometimes
Okay.
because like the age gap. You
Okay.
know, the age gap is there.
Also, like, the dynamic, like the stories they have together are so little. There's not a lot of big dynamics with them. When you have his homies there, you see him like, oh shit.
Yeah, I see
You
it.
see the different
I see
Rams.
it. I see it.
Even when you were in there, like
Yeah.
he was more vocal, more like that.
More energetic.
Yeah, he's more. I think what happens is a mixture between him focusing on the production. Oh shit, is this wrong? Like that, and trying to like. Okay, so for example, like me and him have the same interest in music, everything low key, right?
Yeah.
This guy really doesn't like all the stuff we like.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to like, all right, bro. It's not that he's lame or anything. It's just like he just doesn't know. Like
Nah, I think he's lame.
Oh shit! No.
he doesn't have our interest, bro.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay, right?
Yeah, it's
okay.
alright. It's alright. It's okay.
I think what he
alright.
does have though that we have. I think we have the same sense of humor.
What does he have?
Sense of humor.
All right.
He laughs.
You about to cry right now?
I feel it, man.
Sense of humor.
Enrique's trying to make us cry, bro.
Dude, that's a really deep question, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to fucking say this guy. Yeah. What the fuck? No, I swear I don't have any like. No, I don't. I don't know. People have said like, oh yeah, it's a better me and him with the dynamics. Well, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, no shit, because we know each other.
Yeah.
But I feel like I think he puts a lot of effort into like what he's trying to push out his character, his guy. Most of the training stuff we did was like his ideas, the Yo Sabo shit,
Yeah.
the you guys.
Yep.
That was all him. Like without that, like bro,
The whole lit outlet,
bro, he's always
all that,
he's always introducing us to new people.
Yeah, he's the one that does the pitches. Like
Brother.
he shoots his shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with-
he's the
with
spokesman.
other-
He's out there
Like
making.
he's not, how do I say, he's not shy to go out and go,
Yeah, and
go
try.
do that. Because like I mean, me and Anthony, like we're like, hey dude, like you did this, shoot, let's do it. I'm
running
like
it.
we have his back whenever
Yeah.
it comes to that.
Yeah. That's when everything that we did was because of him, for real. Like,
Yeah.
for real. I just that's what I'll.
And that's a huge part. I think that's what really helped us grow.
yeah.
And yeah, me, I'm just here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He just walked in.
We all have a major role. His is pretty big though.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Yeah. All right.
That sounds weird. Hey, yo, he's the biggest dog. That motherfucker is packing, dog. Hey, yo.
Girth.
Oh no.
The y'all.
Wait, Ramsey got a big.
What?
What are you talking about?
You. That's
That's all he heard.
That's all I heard.
That's all he hears, bro. That's all he hears.
My name's Paul. That's just between y'all.
He
That's
turns
all he
around to
hears.
Irvin. Maybe we should give him a chance.
We should give him another chance, man.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That was my question because I know you guys were asking questions, and like I said, I'm really good at asking the questions, but of course you guys were kind of bringing in the actual questions for us, which is cool. Like I'm down to talk about it, and like I said, the only thing that made me uncomfortable as far as like speaking about this is speaking about him outside with him not being here. Like even though like I know he knows these things because I've said them out loud to him, it still makes me feel a certain type of way not having him in the room, knowing that I'm talking about a person that one I still care about, that kind of thing. So it's not that I'm scared to tell you guys, it's just that feeling that I get, that like what is this, what's going on, and I get it, it's entertainment. Like I'm not saying anything bad,
We're not.
I know he doesn't shower every
was no
day,
beef.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the real shit.
Yeah.
But, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But at the end of the day, like things happen for a reason. Like it happened with you guys. Like now you guys are established a good podcast. You guys are growing and you guys have your own roles. Like you're saying, we are now establishing our podcast.
Beautiful, yes.
Same reasons, like he wanted certain things and he basically moved it, to the point where like, okay, it is technically his idea still, because he's the one that brought it out. He's like, hey, let's start a new podcast. And I'm like, no. Like I'm like, bro, I can't, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's once again, it started to produce itself because now a new member came into the group of friends, and now we're the GTM pod.
Right.
So once again, it happened with a person that like it. Now he's with you guys, cool, 100%. Now we're doing our thing, 100%.
I think, everyone wins. Everyone wins.
Yeah.
We're all looking good
Yeah.
now. Production going up good. Views going up. Chemistry going up. All
Yeah.
that shit.
I think we're all on number one though. All of us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
we're all
put that shit
number
in bed.
one.
That shit
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
corny.
Yeah, exactly.
We were just thinking like making you guys say we're number one.
We're actually
Yeah.
Anthony's gonna log in and he's gonna
He's gonna
Yeah,
remove it.
I don't even know it's
He's gonna
there.
put number 2.
He's gonna put
Yeah, you know what? I'll do that for. I do that shit for you guys
Yeah.
tonight.
All right.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a shit.
Hey, he's emotionally attached to you guys. That's what it
Yeah,
is. He's
yeah,
just
yeah.
attached to the pod.
Yeah.
And
That's his baby.
you know
his
that
baby.
the thing is that's all it really is.
Hey, I mean, if you created something like
Yeah.
from ground zero, I think
Yeah.
you would view it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is
exactly.
good.
Exactly.
It shows that he really cares for it and he takes care of it. Which is really good because like you need somebody.
Yeah.
Like that,
Oh
you know?
yeah.
Yes.
Someone that holds you down.
Yeah,
For real,
exactly.
for real.
But having this said, I'm gonna make fun of him
Yes.
because that's cringy, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm like, bro, you're a guy. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Nah.
You want to cry about it? Come on.
like,
What's
all
going
right,
on? here?
Do it, but do it in a different way. you know?
Exactly. Like, all right, cool.
brother.
Like, I get it. Like, I get the
Yeah.
concepts
That's
and everything,
Rams
but I'm
for
like,
you.
all right.
That's
I thought,
Rams
I
for
thought
you.
he was. That's crazy.
I honestly thought it was one of you guys first. I'm like, no, I don't
I
think
would-
so. I was like thinking, Anthony, no.
Me?
I said, nah, he's too busy, bro. He's
What the
working.
fuck? Yeah, what the fuck?
And
I'm
then he
making
told me, he's
videos.
like, who is this?
I
I'm
don't
like,
even got access to any of the.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have none of the
I
socials.
don't have any of the socials.
Damn, man. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man.
Bro.
do we have the caller, bro?
Anytime,
know.
man.
Yeah, bro, we have a caller.
We do?
Yeah.
Call it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Come
that's
on,
right.
bro.
Come on.
Come
My
on,
bad,
bro.
dude.
Hey, you better put that
Give
dude
him
on the
that
line.
experience.
All right, hold on.
Or woman.
Hold on. We got a caller, guys. We're going in.
Where's it coming from?
It's coming from Chicago.
All right,
Uh-oh,
Chicago.
the Windy City.
The Windy City is looking great out there right now. It's
Yes,
fall
sir.
hitting right now. So here we go.
Hi, GTM. My name is Timothy, and here's my situation. I am now a born-again Christian. I accepted the Lord Jesus Christ into my life.
Amen.
Amen.
And here's my problem. My wife is now want to put the kids in Catholicism. She's a Catholic. And honestly, it wasn't a big deal for me. But now that I accepted Jesus Christ to my Christian church, I do not agree with all the Catholic rules that they have. Please, GTM, let me know what y'all think and what I should do. I appreciate it. Bye.
There's a lot of heavy breathing there.
Cut her off. No.
All right, we're gonna leave it off to you guys first, and then we'll
Yeah,
answer.
Okay, cool. What do you have any Christian? You're a Christian, so what the
Christian
fuck-
advice.
So the born again Christian. Now his wife is a Catholic. Want to put
now is a Catholic?
the,
Well,
is-
currently.
currently is a Catholic and wants to put the kids in Catholic school. Damn. And he feels a little conflicted with that now as a new Christian.
It's very conflicting. I think
Got
if,
the kids involved.
I think this guy has more of a say in religion.
okay,
'Cause
cool.
Let's go.
He's the most centered.
Center.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
opinions are very. I'm nor left nor right nor
Okay.
Christian nor atheist.
Okay. So what's your advice to this?
Non-biased.
Yeah.
Non-biased.
Non-biased.
I think y'all done fucked up. Y'all, no, I'm just kidding.
Y'all complicated it.
I mean, relationships are complicated. There's
Yeah.
going to be different attractions. You're not going to know what's path that they're going to take later on in life.
Yeah.
If you're a Christian and then she tried to be, I don't know, fucking Muslim or something.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's some, what is it called in relationships when you have to like agree to certain things? What's the word?
Compromise.
Compromise. There's a lot
Alright.
of compromisation. Sorry, guys.
I was like, wait, what?
A lot of compromisations you have to deal with, you know.
Yeah.
If she's willing to have the kids for, Catholic, I think the husband or that dude that called was that the dude?
Yeah, it was
I don't want to
a dude.
misgender
I mean,
anybody.
yeah, you're right.
That's
yeah.
a guy.
It's a guy.
It's a dude.
Yeah.
That's
We're-
good.
Timothy.
Timothy
Timothy.
from
Yeah.
from Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
Yeah.
So how will you help him, man? You keep.
No, what I
Go.
would say is like you need to compromise. There's some things that you need to be. If she really wants that to happen, you have to talk about it. But she also has to let you play that ball too. Like that's your kid.
Yeah.
And you guys, you're in that shitty situation, not me.
All right. That was very toxic.
Good luck.
Damn.
Get another
What do you
wife.
say? What do you think?
Got on
That-
goofed.
Like that's
Get divorced.
Man.
You know,
what?
the head of the house, the man.
Put that emotional music on.
All right, let's go.
Give us something strong.
Let's go. Start
Yeah.
crying, bro.
All right. You know what, guys? Like if you guys really love each other,
Keep going, man.
then I think nothing should really matter. The only person
That's
that should
deep.
matter
That's deep.
is the one that you love.
Very
Amen.
basic, but keep going. Very going.
And therefore, all the other flaws that are part of the person, it shouldn't matter.
Oh, no.
You got to learn to look past it.
Oh, yeah.
Just love them.
Love
you know?
who?
Unconditional.
I don't even
love
think,
them
yeah, keep going, man.
unconditionally.
Oh, okay.
Remember, love is is pure.
Right.
Bond.
That's
It's a strong bond.
Yeah.
You guys made vows.
All right.
For better or for worse.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Is this worse?
And if this is the worst, then this is when you guys are really tested to stay together.
There you go. There you go. Wow.
Great advice.
Damn, the beat
Yeah.
drops.
Yeah.
How do you fucking
It's a
know that?
remix,
I've never heard that.
On point right there.
Yeah, that was actually sweet.
There you go. I don't think that was gonna help him, but
All right, Enrique, I'm gonna give it off to you.
well, I mean, it's difficult. Like we said, it's he messed it up, man. It got complicated. It got
Done goof.
He
Yeah,
found Jesus, and
He found
here he
Jesus.
go.
That's what's
Why'd you do that?
complicated.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, so I just think that I mean, talk to the wife and tell her how you feel. And she goes, I don't care. This is how I grew up. Then
This is how I ended up.
here was the compromise comes in.
There
Hey,
we go.
you go to Catholic school for like this day, and then you come to the Christian church.
Yeah, because
of this day.
ultimately the
It's,
kid's
you know,
gonna grow up and think it's differently. So
exactly.
fuck it.
Just
do
like-
what mama do
and
what-
then and let the kids decide. If the kids want to go with me to church, let it be, because it's all about the kids.
Yeah.
If they're saying
Yeah.
it's boring over there, it's boring over there. Come
no,
over
but
here.
Jesus
Yeah.
is a shepherd and he was guiding sheep and shit. So she's just doing her job as a good Christian.
Yeah, of
Catholic.
course.
Oh shit.
He's the Christian.
He's a Christian.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
He's the
she's the
tomato,
Catholic.
tomato.
But at the end of the day, you want your kids to be happy and have fun getting to know the Lord, right? So if they're
Right,
not
right.
having fun where they're going
Get
and
jiggy
learning
with it.
nothing, so come over here.
Right.
Dad's church is fun.
Yes.
Compromise.
Beautiful. Well said.
Well said. How about you, Evan? What you got for them?
Overall,
woman
I'm not
advice you
religious,
got
so
for
I
us?
would
What do you
care
got?
less, to be honest with you. So good luck, guy.
Sheesh.
Get another wife.
Oh,
divorce
Damn.
her. Leave the
Damn.
kids.
Damn.
Don't play.
Heartless.
Don't pay that child
Heartless.
support. You know, just go out and
Damn.
find a new wife that follows you in every type of way. Forget about that family.
He's Super Saiyan Andrew Tate.
Amen.
Level 3.
When did Andrew Tate get in this?
Forget this girl. When did Andrew Tate get an afro, bro?
Oh, for real.
He got hair?
Get a better woman.
Jesus.
No, overall, like what I would honestly say to this guy, at the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to support your family. So if it's just tradition towards your wife, as far as like that's what she's following, you have to understand that you are the man of the house. And if this is something that you really believe in, and it's not a trend, because everything becomes a trend. Like how he's saying, I don't agree with the whole the church should be fun. It's not about an emotion as far as like when it comes to like the music or the entertainment or even the pastor.
Which is
it's
better.
It's literally about what you're actually seeking, which is the bread and which is the word. Technically,
bread?
the bread is the
Oh,
word.
sorry.
You know,
I was thinking
Wonder
Wonder
Bread.
I'm like, yeah, they're
Some potato bread. We talking
So
about.
if that's something that you're really
tithing.
and I would say if that's what you really deeply I would say believe in as far as like what you want your family to follow, I do think that your girl should follow that. Now, like I said, there are compromises for everything, but you don't want to divide the family. And I think this right now is going to divide the family, because you don't want your kids to be at certain church and you're at a different church on Sunday, because
That's
technically
crazy.
church is communal, and that's where you should be with the family, not separated away from the family. And the idea and the argument should never be, is God separating the family? It should be
wow.
uniting the family.
Right.
Preach,
right.
brother.
Heavy
God
points. Heavy
damn.
points.
If not, divorce her.
There you go. Damn.
The ultimate division.
There you go.
Isn't that crazy that like religion, going to church could split a family up? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Man.
can't believe that.
I
Dude.
think religion in general is very
It could divide.
Yeah, it divides.
Yeah.
even if you're all for it too,
Yeah.
like if you're all,
Yeah.
it's just some people. I think church fucks it up.
Well,
honestly.
the religion, I would say, because
That's-
Catholic and Christian, technically, they meet within the same idea that they're worshiping God, but they just have different, I would say, what would you call
It's
them?
like it's the
Practices.
same God, you know.
Yeah,
like,
it's the same God. They
you
just
know,
they just have
Practices.
practices. I guess
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to Catholics, they believe in the saints. You know,
pray to other saints. Yeah.
yes, sir.
and then they have communal, and then the kids have to do their first communion, then they have to do
course.
their Catholicism or what it's
course.
called.
and then to Christians be like, whoa, wait, like what are
the
you doing?
fuck?
Like
Why are they
yeah.
going to school? You know, what, you
like
know?
why do you have a statue of
Mary. Yeah.
of Mary? You know, like and
or La Virgen de Guadalupe.
Mary.
That's
That's
Mary.
I was thinking of Guadalupe. Is she a virgin too?
And
Yeah,
a
that's Mary.
rosary or
Oh,
right?
wait, is that the same person?
Yeah, bro.
No,
Guadalupe.
she's not.
Yeah, bro, that's Mary.
No, she's not.
That's Mary.
The Virgen de Guadalupe, the Virgin Mary, right here, brother.
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah. That's Mary.
I thought that was somebody else.
That Mary is
What you thought
red.
it was, man? What the
That
hell?
don't look
That's
like
her.
Mary. That's not the Mary I know.
Yeah.
Mary, you know, man.
That's not the Mary, you know.
Sorry. I don't
The
know.
one down the street. That's Mary.
Oh, we know the one that's here at Highway. We seen that Mary.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Oh, I don't know about that, Mary.
Oh no. Okay. You see her on Thursdays. Hold on. Let's see the.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm telling you why.
Yeah.
You can tell her.
Yeah.
She knows it very well.
I say overall, like, just unite the family at the end of the day. Like, I think overall, you guys have to come together because the kids will literally replicate what you guys are leading into. And if you guys are already divided in that sense, which is technically, I would say a lot of people get attached to certain ideas. And I think we have to separate ideas if it's just a cultural sense. You know, like my family in Mexico are more Catholic, you know, but it's
Traditional.
off of tradition, you know, not off of the idea that they actually believe in the actual, you know, religion. And I think we have to start letting that go, you know.
right.
But that's just my 2 cents for, you know,
I
what
get
was
it.
his name again? The guy.
Timothy.
Timothy. All right, there you go.
Timmy.
From
Timothy.
Chicago.
From Chicago. Well, good luck, Timothy.
Yeah. Good luck, Timothy. Get yourself a new wife.
You'll pray for it. Pray for him.
Plenty of wives at the church.
There you go.
Take it to-
Get a new wife.
Take it to prayer.
Take it to prayer.
Take it to prayer, man.
Put it down on her knees.
Amen.
All right, you guys. Well, we want to thank you guys for coming in. You know,
worries.
you guys are
For
always
having us.
welcome.
Hell yeah.
Maybe Rams would sit in on the next one.
Bro, that'd
You
be
know?
sick.
Hey,
You know?
he's gonna be like, man, what
He'll
the
probably
hell,
be fighting with Isaiah
what
in the
the
next
hell
one.
are those guys talking about?
No,
I'll let them
Don't talk
to.
about that.
I'll let them to. I got my money on Isaiah's too.
All right.
Me too.
Okay, well, I know he's into fighting, bro.
Hell yeah.
Careful, no, he has some drumsticks.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
they
yeah.
both do. Actually,
Oh,
that's the weapon
snap.
of choice.
Weapon of
dang.
choice. huh?
You're a drummer too.
Yes, sir.
You guys
Who's a
want-
better drummer?
Nah, he is.
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
Rams
okay.
is.
Because he's been
There you
practicing.
go,
He's been
Ramses.
practicing.
You got
Yeah.
You know. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming
Yeah.
on.
Oh man, thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
sure, guys.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a handshaker. For
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
He's all into that stuff.
Como que hamster reasons. This is
No,
it's
from far away.
he's waved.
respect, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. man.
Anything
Thanks so much
that's
for
coming
reaching
in
out.
as far as like within the pod, like any future events that you guys would want to promote?
Joe Rogan.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, eh?
Yeah.
What about Joe? Joe?
He's crazy. That's what's
All right.
What about little Joe?
As
coming
far
in.
as this, I mean, just the same idea, like just to shoot for better,
The stars.
You want to give us the
better.
plugins real quick?
Yeah, there you go.
Give us the plugins. Oh,
Plug it in, bro.
man, so I'm gonna have to do you guys too.
All
huh?
right, let's plug it in.
all right.
What do you
see
know?
how-
You know his socials? Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, how many socials do you guys have?
3.
Like your social security number?
I don't know.
Okay, no, like,
I barely got mine like 5 years ago, bro. I don't tell me this.
damn.
I got the
So
last
you guys
four.
have what? Instagram, TikTok, right?
TikTok, you do
TikTok,
TikTok.
right?
You
You guys don't have Threads, right?
we have.
Yeah,
a
we do.
thread.
We do.
have a
You guys do
thread.
have Threads.
Yeah.
Y'all use it.
Yeah.
You
Well,
li-
I try to use it,
Occasionally.
but it's kind of hard, you know, because I'm
Really?
like, what do you say on this? You know, it's just Twitter.
Hello.
And your username is just Good Toxic Men?
GTM.
GTM.
Just GTM.
Good talk.
Damn.
Wow. They took
So
that.
simple.
I love
Very
it.
simple,
Yeah.
bro.
GTM.
Your listening platforms, Apple Podcasts,
Yeah, you name it. We're on all
Spotify.
listening.
Google
Spotify.
Podcasts.
I'm not sure if we have Google.
Google.
Should be
okay.
there. He should-
All right. Anyways, so here it comes. All right.
Get him some music, bro.
All right, let's get it.
The sad one.
The
Is it the sad one?
Go for it, buddy.
All right, guys.
little louder.
For those of you who are still currently tuned in,
Yeah.
make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and also hit that bell notifying you when the next episode is about to drop.
Yes.
And also listen to the other listening platforms on Spotify and Apple Podcasts
What?
if you're listening to GTM. But if you're listening to
Shade of
Shader
Brown.
Brown,
There you go.
you know, we also got those platforms as well, and also Google Podcasts.
Let's go.
And also check them out on TikTok and Instagram. You know, look them up under GTM. Check out their shorts. Check out their episodes. Give them a like and give them a follow. You know, also give us a follow too. You know, you
Why
can
not?
look us
Why
up
not?
on
Why not?
Yeah.
Shader Brown Pod
Might as
under
well.
TikTok, Instagram, and Threads.
There you go, bro.
Thank you guys for your time.
You
and
forgot
have
one
yourselves-
last thing.
What is it? What did I do?
Number one podcast in the world.
Oh my gosh! So therefore, you know, we're telling them, you know, y'all can have the title, man.
Go for
you
it.
know.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
We wanna hear it.
You know,
You want to hear it. We want to hear it.
I don't know.
Number
Right?
one. Number one.
Let's go.
Both of you guys. Both of you guys. Can you do it for me?
I'll say it. Fuck
All
it.
right, let's go.
The number one podcast in the AV.
Numero uno.
Let's go.
GTM in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you so much, guys.
That's clip right there.
We tapped out.
That's the
Y'all
viral.
won.
That's the viral
Okay.
clip right there.
I got choked
We're
out.
gonna tag and Rams on that one.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out.
Love you.